Looks like we're about to go live here in a second. Waiting for YouTube to hit. Come on, YouTube. You can do it. I believe in you, YouTube. There we go. Hello, Devoted Geeks. Welcome to Geek Devotional Show for Devoted Geeks who are devoted to letting you know that you loved. I'm Dallas. So glad you've hit the play button today. Welcome to our Monday night play and pray where we're hanging out. We're going to play some video games, sort of. We do a Bible study. We pray for each other. We have fun. It's going to be, I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen, about tonight's time together because tonight, my dear friends, special after our study of the scriptures together, we're going to be wrapping up 1 Samuel 18. I am hyped about this, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be play testing a brand new game that isn't even out yet. There is a game that's in development called Junkyard Juggernauts. It's a card game, and that's being produced by our friend Francisco Ruiz of the Retro Rewind podcast, and also fellow member of the Culture Box Network. And we're gonna be playtesting a game that he's developing. I've been watching him do this from the beginning. It's exciting. He's developed everything about it, the art, everything. It's gonna be pretty lit. What is happening? Ashley Ruiz, subbing here on the Twitch side, 34 months in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, absolute legend. Thank you, Ash. I appreciate that, sis. So, but yeah, so that's the plan today, guys. I'm excited. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a great time. Hang loose for a second while I share the stream out. Go to the Facebooks. We need to share it on the Facebooks. Oops, Celeste is already sharing it out on Facebook. Look at her. Look at my bride. Look at my bride getting on it. She's already on it. See her. I need to make sure the YouTube says go though. And it looks like it is. So it's like, I got you, boo. Thank you, baby love. I appreciate it. Let's see here. That should be good. All right. How does it sound? Everything sounding good to you guys? Is it not sounding good? Let me know. Open up my Discord. At everyone. We are live doing a Bible study and then doing a play test of a brand new card game in development. Boom. All right. Yes, send it out. Rushmore, what's going on, Andy? How you doing, brother? Glad to see you. I know you guys are doing a thing tonight. What is the topic for tonight's recording? New episode dropped today. Lit. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it. Hope that didn't sound too weird. All right, I think everything's out. I think everything's out the door. I'm ready to get this party started. Hopefully you guys are ready to get this party started. Come over here, minimize. Oh. All right, let me tell the crew what's good. About to start the Bible study section. Then I'll jump into a call with you guys. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Retro says, it's still very alpha though. Hey man, that's right, because Alpha 5 was the man, dude. All right, let's hear. Back up on the chat. Rushmore says, new episode. Oh, I read that. Tonight's topic is Rushmore of Santas. And fun fact, I must need glasses because I straight up read that as Rushmore of Satans, and I was very confused to what's happening over there at Rushmore. So that was awkward. Santas and pop culture. That's fascinating. Oh my gosh. Celeste says Allen. Tim Allen is your George. That's fair. Asher is hoping Tim Allen Santa shows up somewhere. KP2PK, what's going on, my friend? Valindro's in the chat. Appledance is in the chat. Let's go. So let's go. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Kennethan, what's going on, brother? How's it going? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a full chat. Let's jump over. Let's get this party started. It's gonna be a great night tonight as we go through the scriptures together, as we pray together, as we have fun together, right? It's gonna be a good time. So last week, just to remind everybody what's going on, we were in 1 Samuel 18, and David's getting a little popular. People are going, that David guy, he's kind of cool. And Saul let that in on the inside. He allowed some bitterness and jealousy creep in on the inside. We talked about the dangers of that, and the dangers of allowing those things to get rooted in our lives and what happens. And so now we're gonna see some things take place. They're interesting, to say the least. I was hoping to get this ad out of the way. I can't, so that's dumb. Apple says, yesterday I had, rewind. I had read something in a church bulletin as Santa when it was really said Satan. Wow. Oh, and Santa was cast from the heavens. Celeste says, better than reading it as Satan. Well, that's true. Pronounced Satan. Mr. Satan. Yeah, Mr. Satan. There you go. Hercule, man. That's who it is. Mr. Hercule. All right, let's jump over to this thing, man. Let's talk about something else. Boom. Oh wait, there we go. Now I can get rid of the ad. Boom. All right, so here we are. Again, David, he's chilling. He's doing his thing, right? Verse 17. Then Saul said to David, here is my elder daughter, Merab. I will give her to you for a wife. Only be valiant for me and fight for the Lord's battles. For Saul thought, let not my hand be against him, but let the hand of the Philistines be against him. All right, so we talked about this. I'm not sure why this is the voice that we're rocking with here today. Branson Boykin, what's going on, dude? Using your dad's YouTube. Let's go. Oh, Young B is in the house. Let's go. What's up, Young B? All right, Kirk's is in the chat. Everyone's here. Everyone's hanging out. I'm so glad. Point Break says, I came here to say one thing, and one thing only. GTA 6 has finally been announced. It comes out 2025. All right, cool. Dig it. All right, so anyways, so Saul is doing something sketchy, right? He's like, oh, let the Philistines take care of David, which we talked about last week a little bit. It's interesting that this is the route that he chose. Why? Because David did the same thing. And that's interesting. That's interesting that that's taking place. That the things that were done to David in turn, in his weakest moment, is doing the same thing, which speaks a lot to the conversation of leadership. We need to be cognitive about the way we respond to people and the way we do things. And that when we lash out in anger, and when we lash out and do it in ways that are inappropriate, that imprints on people. David was a man after God's own heart, and granted, he was in sin. He was doing some terrible things at the time. He still leaned into something that was taught to him by previous leadership. And we have to be cognitive of that when we lead people. Not just like in the context of a church or an organization, but like as a parent, fathers and mothers, you have to be cognitive of the way you respond to your kids, because your kids will imprint that into their spirits. And in turn, they will respond and do some of the same things later. And it's not always the good things that they're bringing out later. Verse 18, and David said to Saul, who am I? And who are my relatives, my father's clan in Israel, that I should be son-in-law to the king? But at the time when Merab, Saul's daughter, should have been given to David, she was given to Adriel, the Mehelothian, I can't say that word, for a wife. Verse 20, now Saul's daughter, Michal, I think it's Michal, loved David. And they told Saul, and the thing pleased him. Saul thought, let me give her to him, then that she may be a snare for him, that the hand of the Philistines may be against him. Again, I don't know why this is the voice we've chosen for Saul today, but it is. All right, so he's like, it's the same sketch, it's the same plot. He's like, repeat, we'll try this again. Right? Therefore, Saul said to David the second time, you shall now be my son-in-law. And Saul commanded his servants, speak to David in private and say, behold, the king has delivered in you, and all his servants love you. Now become the king's son-in-law. Kimboy says, now I'm on Twitch because I first saw this on YouTube, but it changed. That's cool. Welcome to the party, man. And Saul's servant spoke the words in the ears of David, and David said, does it seem to you a little thing to become the king's son-in-law, since I'm a poor man and have no reputation? So he's pointing out, like, this is kind of odd, man. This is strange. Like I'm Poe. Like we real Poe. We can't afford the rest of the word Poor. All right, that's how Poe we are. And you want me to become the son-in-law of the king? You don't think that's a little sketch? That's not a little bit sus. I don't know. I mean, I know I got the riz, but I don't know about this. This feels a little sus. Verse 24. The servants of Saul told him, oh, wait, did I read that? Yeah. And the servants of Saul said to him, thus and so did David speak. And then Saul said, thus shall you say to David, the king desires no bride price except 100 foreskins of the Philistines, that he may be avenged of the king's enemies. Now Saul spoke to make David fall into the hands of the Philistines. So he said, he's like, all right, look, no pricing for the bride. All right. Now I want to explain this for some of you guys who maybe don't know. There was a custom of a dowry where a man would pay a dowry for the bride. He would give it to the father for the right to marry the daughter, the girl. And so what he's saying is like, look, I don't want money. I understand you're poor. So tell you what, you go out, you kill some Philistines, you bring the foreskin, you bring me. And what did he say up here? 100. He wants 100 of them as kind of a revenge. He's like, you take out some of these Philistines, take out 100 Philistines, bring back the foreskin as proof that you did it. Man, you're gold. You can marry my daughter. That's what he's saying. He's trying to make it easy, but at the same time, he's trying to send David into a trap. He's trying to send David to a place that's not going to be safe for him. Verse 26. And when his servants told David these words, it pleased David well to be the king's son-in-law before the time had expired. So he's like, okay, cool. David arose and went along with his men and killed 200 Philistines. He's like, we got this. Bet I'm going to get married. Woo! And he took out 200 guys. And David brought their foreskins, which were given in full number to the king, that he might become the king's son-in-law. And Saul gave him his daughter, Michal, for a wife. So let's go. It's a trap. But when Saul saw and knew the Lord was with David, and that Michal, Saul's daughter, loved him, Saul was even more afraid of David. So Saul was David's enemy continually. This leads back into that whole conversation we talked about last week about allowing bitterness to step in. Instead of realizing we're all one team, one grouping doing some stuff, if we allow the enemy to creep in and cause issues, these things come out growth. He's trying to set David up. He wants David to fail, but it ain't happening. And he's like, man, David's coming after my job. David don't care. David does not care. He doesn't want Saul's job. He didn't even want his daughters at first. He's like, I don't want to be the son-in-law. No, man, this is ridiculous. But because the enemies, he's trying to trap David, he set David up. And this is an interesting thing, that if we're faithful to God, if we're doing what God's called us to do, we may be put in dangerous situations, and life may not always seem fair or right, but God will set us up for a victory down the road if we remain faithful to him and confident in this. It sucks going through the journey. I'm telling you right now, this was not fun for David. The stuff that he's about to go through was not fun. It wasn't like David's like, oh, I love having my king try to kill me. I love having my father-in-law trying to murder me in the night. That's not fun. But God blessed him as he remained faithful. I think part of the problem is, part of the reason why we have this mindset, we go, well, where's my blessing? Why don't we have my blessing now? We lose track of time. When we read the scriptures, we read the story of like Joseph, and like, oh, he was in prison. He gave some words. He got out of prison. All of a sudden, Joseph is like, he's leading all the people, all this other stuff, right? No, it was years. It was a long, long time. It was like 30 years that all this stuff happened before he got out of prison. It takes time, but if we are faithful, God is faithful, and he will take care of us. Verse 30. Then the commanders of the Philistines came out to battle, and as often as they came out to David, had more success than all the servants of Saul, so that his name was highly esteemed. And that's what took place. You got the girl, kept kicking butt, and people are like, hey, you're cool, David. We like you. You're taking care of us. You're taking out the enemy. You're protecting the nation. You're a lot nicer than our king right now. So that's our Bible study for today. How can I pray with you guys today? Let me know how we can pray with you guys. We're going to get started here in a second with our game stuff. But how can we pray with you guys? Excuse me. So if you guys want to be praying for Celeste and I, I'm excited today. So we are doing a series with our students at our church about how to study the Bible, how to understand what the Word says. And to do that, part of it, we bought all of our students' Bibles, every one of them. We bought them a great study Bible that is a great commentary. It's solid, it's balanced, it's fair, and it's a Bible that they can take into adulthood. It's not like, because some of the Bibles are made for teenagers. It's like, okay, maybe not take that into adulthood because it's kind of kiddie looking. This one looks different, and it's pretty cool. And so they came in today. So what's going to happen is Celeste and I are going to sit down, and we're going to write notes to all of our students for each individual Bible. We're going to put their name in it, put the date, then we're going to give it to them, and we're going to put a note into it, just speaking life to them, encouraging them. And then we're going to wrap them up, put them underneath the Christmas tree we have in our youth room. And next Wednesday, we're going to give it to them in conversation of stuff. So we're pretty excited about it. Celeste says, praise report. We don't have any more student loans. Hallelujah. Bless the Lord. Hallelujah. No more student loans in our household. We are free from that bondage. In the name of Jesus, thank you, Lord. So we're excited about that. That's going to open up some stuff for us, guys, to be able to do some things that we've been wanting to do for a long time. Ash says, please continue keeping our family in prayers that the Lord provides for us throughout my unemployment and provides a job soon. Trusting him in the midst of uncertainty is challenging. Absolutely, sis. Absolutely, Ash. We're definitely praying over you about that, sis. And that's a hard situation. It's uneasy when you're not sure what's going to happen, what you're going to do next. But the Lord does provide, Ash, and it may not be the way that we want him to or we expect him to, but he does. And I'm praying for some open doors for you, sis. I really am. Apple says, I want to pray for me to grow in my knowledge of the Bible, since that's seriously lacking, as well as my Catholic friend who has lost faith that the Bible, I'm missing what the word is, says, and I want to help him, but our views are very different. Oh, it's true. Oh, I get that. Totally get that. Apple, if I can help you, if Celeste and I can help you with how to read the Bible, how to understand the Bible, knowing what the Bible's about, let me know, sis. We love helping people walk that out and teaching on that. That's a thing for me. That's genuinely a passion of mine, is understanding the scriptures and how to read it in context, but also make proper application, because so often people don't. And I was well into my teens before I learned how to read the Bible properly. I've shared this story before. When I was a kid, I would sneak downstairs to watch cartoons in the morning. And I would sit down to watch the cartoon. I'd turn it on, and there'd be like, there's people talking on the screen, and there's like a clock at the bottom corner, and it says like, oh, the time is like, it would say like 5:13. I'm like, cool. Cartoons start at 6. So I kind of lay there, dozing off. I'll wake up. 5:30, cool. Cartoons start in 30 minutes, dozing off. 5:45, awesome. Doze off, wake up again. Wait a minute. Why is it 3:13? Did I time travel? Have I been dreaming? What's going on in here? Little did I realize until later that what I was watching was some Christian television, and those were Bible verses on the screen. I didn't know how to read a Bible. I didn't know how to read scripture addresses. So I had no idea that that wasn't a clock. That was Bible verses. And so when I tell you that it's important to me about teaching people how to read the Bible, even the basics, I don't assume people know anything, because some people don't. And it's nothing to be ashamed about. If you haven't been taught, you haven't been taught, but they need people to teach them. So if I can help you understand some stuff, Apple, let me know. Let me help you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's do a little bit of prayer real quick here. Lord, I just thank you for this time that we had to come together to read the scriptures and to grow together. And I thank you so much, Lord, for the examples of the Bible. I thank you, Lord, that David went through what he did and we can learn from his example. He was faithful to you. And even though the king was evil and he did some stupid stuff, you blessed David because of his faithfulness. And Lord, I pray that stirs us all to be faithful. Lord, I thank you for your provision in Celeste and I's life, for making it so that we can no longer have student debt, so that we can do other things that you've called us to do. And we thank you, Lord, for those provisions. Lord, I pray for my friends, the Ruiz family, for Ash and Francisco and the kiddos. Lord, that you continue to bless them. You've already taken care. You've already opened doors, small doors that people wouldn't have expected even. But they were small blessings of you taking care of them. And I pray that you continue to do that. Continue to pour into them. Continue to bless them. Continue to take care of them. Continue opening opportunities. But Lord, most importantly, I pray for peace in the spirits and minds of my friends. Let them have peace, knowing that you love them, you care for them, and you're going to provide a way. I pray that you open the doors and all that stuff. But Lord, right now in this moment, I pray that they stop and rest in your presence, knowing that you're going to take care of them. Lord, I pray for my friend Apple. Lord, I thank you so much. She has a desire, a hunger to know the Bible, to know your word, to understand it in context and how it practically applies. And that within this passion to understand, there's also this desire to help her friend walk through it, to understand you, to know them. I thank you, Lord, there's a calling inside of Apple to love people and to show them your love in the scriptures. And I pray that you give her peace in her mind and her spirit, but grace, God. Give her the grace to share lovingly with her friend. Lord, she may not know the words to say all the time. She may not have everything down 100%, but Lord, her willingness to serve you, to do this, Lord, it is something to be celebrated and honored. And I thank you, Lord, you're going to walk her through this as she looks to help her friend understand things better. And we thank you, Lord, for all this. In the name of Jesus, amen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we are about to play a game here. Mr. Kimbo says, amen. Kenneth says, amen. Let me jump into the Discord with my crew, and we're about to play a game. I'm waiting for Francisco to jump in, turning on the chat. It's calling all the guys. That symbol's going out. I see John Frudiger.
Yep.
I hear John Frudiger. Oh, somebody else in the chat. Dale says, hello, please pray for a friend of mine has lost his mother-in-law. Oh, man. Funeral service or tomorrow night, Wednesday morning. Lord, I just pray for Dale's friend who's lost his mother-in-law. That's a hard place to be. Lord, I pray that you just be with them, give them peace, be with the whole family. And give Dale opportunity, Lord, just to show them love, to show them grace, and to walk them through. In the name of Jesus, amen. All right. Is that Kenneth?
Yep, Kenneth.
The man, the myth, in the beard. So
did you want us to be on video or just audio?
Audio is just fine. That's cool. Okay. So my video's on. John's video's on because John's a beautiful man. And
thank you.
John's trying to show off to you, Kenneth, and he wants to show off his beard.
Mine's been trimmed back a little bit, so as epic as his looks like.
Is this a beard off we're in right now?
I guess
that's
so.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that John's been growing his beard out since we were in high school. And so...
No, I couldn't even grow it back then.
See how short it is.
Woo, Kennethan, yeah. Kennethan got that trim up, man.
Short.
So I'm gonna add a link, guys, in our Discord
Okay.
to try to join a game of this.
Sounds good. Hey, chat, do me a favor. Let me know if you guys can hear the guys talking in my Discord, and hopefully it doesn't seem like I'm just talking to myself again. I promise I have friends. They're not figments of my imagination.
The voices in your head.
All right, I clicked on the link. It says, welcome to Tabletopia. Sign in as a guest. Okay.
Yeah, you can just be a guest.
Play as a guest. All right. I am playing as a guest.
Oh, I'm the host. I don't like that.
Oh, I'm the host.
No, so this happens. I'm not really sure why. So hold on. I need to figure this out because sometimes this happens and other times it doesn't. It says you're all the host. I'm the host. So just a second.
But who's the host with the most?
I'm the host.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Let me see. Let me try something here. Let me see. Since I'm logged in.
Is it based on who has the best beard? Because I've already lost the game. Waiting for somebody to realize I said that.
I'm not listening to that, Dallas.
I'm ignoring it.
So try this other link I just put in, guys. See if that. Let's see if that does anything better.
Apple goes.
Okay.
Everyone is a host. A host for what? The game. Oh, here we go. Apple does. Let me show you what's going on here.
Join.
Dale says I can hear them. Thank you, Dale. Apple goes. The Holy Spirit. Yes, we are the host for the Holy Spirit.
All right, Valendro, you're in the game now.
I have reached the limit of open games.
Yeah, you should be able to close that and join.
I did. That's what's weird.
Join.
Okay, let me try something different.
Oh, close. Okay, I see. You have to hover over it.
I mean, on the screen where it says that box, that visual icon over there, you can click on the image and it'll let you remove yourself from that open game.
Okay. Ah, I see what happened. Yes. I don't want notifications. Block.
No, you need all the notifications. Come on.
I do not need any more notifications in my life. I run like 6 different emails from my phone.
Oh my. Yeah, so I have Dallas and Valendro. Is that working?
There you go.
Ken? The thing. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Yay. Okay.
Dale
So
says the host. I just want a hostess Twinkie.
oh,
Oh, not in my diet. Okay.
So I wanted to let everyone know that this is we're doing a play test of this card game I'm designing called Junkyard Juggernauts. Or actually, Dallas, are you okay if I do a spiel, or do you not want me to do a spiel?
Do
right
a
now?
spiel. Go
Okay.
full out spielish.
So I've been designing this game for the last few months. Oh, you're putting me on screen. Oh my goodness.
Well, people
Okay.
need to see that you're talking.
Well, they can hear me. Can't they?
I don't want them to hear you. I want them to see your beautiful face. Look at
Okay.
this mug, ladies and
Looking
gentlemen.
at you.
Look
right
at this
there.
beautiful man. Apple.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You did get to the game, Apple.
I got to go to the restroom.
oh my goodness. Do you actually have to go, Ken, or?
I puked in my mouth. That's all. You know.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, hey, I'm Francisco. I'm designing a game called Junkyard Juggernauts, where we'll explain here what you're doing in the game and whatnot as we go through. But essentially, you're making a magical mech, and you're going to fight a warlord. But one of us is the warlord. So if the warlord wins, everyone else loses, and if everyone defeats the warlord, they win, but the warlord loses. So that's a very quick
Did you just
what the
describe
goal
us
of the
fighting
game is.
Smotron?
Fighting who?
Smotron?
No, he just described Megas XL.
Okay, yeah, is that a Yu-Gi-Oh thing?
No,
Oh,
if it was an old show, I think it was on Nintendo. Nickelodeon.
oh, okay.
Nick,
Well,
Nick.
this is still in a very early stage of the game, and so we're going to be going around, and there may be times where I say, if a rule just isn't making sense, I tell the guys, hey guys, we're going to play this way. So none of the way the game plays now is necessarily going to make it into the final release, but Dallas and Ken and Valendra have been very generous with allowing using their time to test this to try to get it to a better version from where it is now. After we go through, I'll be asking everyone questions about their experience. but that's the plan. And if you guys have any questions for like, okay, what does my turn do now? What am I supposed to do here? By all means, ask those questions. But questions about, but if you have like, hey, I think this system could work better this way, or
Right.
I really don't like this aspect, save those for the end because you will have an opportunity to share that.
Cool.
Any questions before we start?
Do I need my D100?
No, you don't need your D100. There's a counter that you can in the game that you can use.
Fine.
Oh, and some of this that's amazing, Dallas. Some of tonight will unfortunately be just, I think people here aren't necessarily used to Tabletopia, so there's a learning curve just with that. So there will be some of that. If you're not sure how to do something, I'm more than happy to tell you how. But please do not fiddle and move around all the pieces unless you know what you're doing, because it just causes chaos.
Oh, sir.
Believe me, I know.
Isn't that your middle name?
My middle name is That Chaos. How dare you? Okay, so I was going to start it, but Ken, it looks like you're
I
not
know.
in. Okay.
I was trying to change my profile name.
Oh, okay.
I can't do that because I'm just yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, there you go. I did it. I fixed it up. Okay, here we go.
So move this out of the way. Let's see if I can try to set up something.
And
There you go.
also, Dallas,
Bam.
I'd love it if you're sharing your view of the game, but you'll just have to take on the honor code that I'm not looking at your cards or anything like that. So
I totally trust you, Francisco.
okay, good, as you should. Yes.
Yes,
Okay, I'm
Roy.
trying the game, guys.
Good times. Good times. All right, let's
Yes,
see.
very, very good times, guys. All right, let me know once it's loaded for everyone, and then I'll
Oh.
start in the whole like welcome stuff.
All right, it's loading. Looking for the closest game server.
Please wait. All right, take 2 cards, scroll the mouse wheel over the deck, hold the left mouse button, and drag.
Oh yeah, it's giving you like a tutorial.
Mine's not. It
How
says,
do
wait,
we-
Welcome to the tutorial.
Junkyard Juggernauts.
I mean, how do we? I'm just sitting on that screen.
I think it takes a minute for it to load.
Yeah, me and Ken are in.
Oh,
Oh,
mine just
it looks
loaded.
I am in.
I mean, mine's not even trying to load. I'm still on the screen where it
Oh,
just
did you-
shows the
there-
4 of us
there's-
sitting at a table.
There's a thing that says continue.
Continue? Where is that? I don't see anything that says continue.
Or maybe start. I know there's another. You're talking about you're at that blue screen still.
No, I'm at the screen where it says Junkyard Juggernauts, looking for players, 3 out of 4 players. And
Mhm.
it's got us sitting there, says, you guys are busy, I'm online. There is no continue. I can leave.
So
The game begins automatically after the host has started the game, is what it says.
can you
Can you
share your
Share
screen?
your screen.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking the same thing.
Uh,
Sharing the screen.
Doo-doo-doo.
Why does it show a vacant seat? I joined, so
I don't know. It's showing me.
why don't you can you refresh
I'm going to
it?
refresh it, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There.
That Kenneth then always causing problems.
What was that, Ken?
That Kenneth then he's always causing problems.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
I'm trying to crop a display capture.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You have
for
entered the
that,
game.
there should be an option to actually, underneath all the videos, there's a down arrow in the music box in the phone. The down arrow should let you hide chat, and you can just full screen the videos.
Yeah. I'm screen capturing not screen capturing. I got Discord as a capture device.
Ah,
Huzzah.
I'm just doing some setup, guys, while you're doing this. So
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay.
Cellcast goes, has Francisco lost yet? Yeah, he lost a couple times.
oh my gosh.
John from Playing Games with Strangers. Hey, Fruitiger, you should come visit Streetport when I do next year.
Maybe, depending on where I'm at next year.
Yeah.
Send me some information, my guy.
He may be in Japan or something like that, married to some muscle
Hopefully.
chick.
Well, I don't know about that, but maybe. Hopefully. I mean, if life is good.
Oh, man. Dale says he takes his card with him if he has to go 1 to 100. SoCast goes, actually, I could have asked if he lost the game. True story. So this is the most entertaining stream for the chat right now as I slowly crop my Discord video. Just do. Kenneth throwing the Hawaiian.
Shaka. Yeah.
Shaka. I did that for years, not knowing what it was called. Until a buddy of mine who was a Marine stationed in Hawaii is like, where did you pick that up, man? I was like, I don't know. Just always done it. I'm the product of the 80s. That's of the early 90s. That's why.
Yeah, I spent basically a month in Hawaii in
No
the month
kidding.
of November. Yep. My wife, we are separated. Is living there after her mom. Well, taking care of her mom. The mom passed away, and she's still there. But biggest thing was going and finding out if we actually can get along. We did.
Good.
There's hope for the future. So it's like,
Let's
yeah.
go. Come on, man. One step at a time, bro. All right, let's hear. Almost got this down.
Almost, huh? Are you trying to have us on screen as well as having the game on screen? Is that the
Yep.
issue?
That's what he's doing.
Okay.
I want people to see your pretty face.
Just being a pro streamer.
I'm just trying to
Exactly.
live up to the scale that you have set for me, Francisco Ruiz.
Oh my word! Give me too much
right.
credit.
Gosh.
The podcast of podcasts.
Welcome to Retro Rewind Podcast, where I start everyone else's show.
I'm curious for John and Ken, as you look at your screen, it's the little square to the side of your player board. It's a different color for you. It's not the red
Right.
one that you're seeing for. Okay.
It's green.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same color
My
as
hand
my
is-
icon.
Yeah, my hand is green. The square is bordered green.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So yeah,
So-
that's okay.
John
Press
Frank
the
Gaming
next
Stranger
player.
says
Okay.
Francisco's new name, Franco-American.
Francisco United Statesian John. Other
Even though
John, not
the rest of the
Blanchard.
world actually calls us American.
I don't care.
Oh, that's very American of you. Dale says junkyard juggernaut snake oil. What? So Cass goes, doesn't that mean that he makes Chef Boyardee? Ash goes, Francisco does have a legacy. He does indeed. Dale says, Dallas and Francisco trying to figure out game or David Spade hosting a game show. What? I love you, Dale.
Oh no, I'm missing a card somewhere.
Is it up your sleeve?
No,
I don't know. Feels like you're cheating.
not cheating.
Apple
Well, he
says-
made the game, so
Yeah, but clearly not cheating.
Right, clearly. Apple goes, I still like Fran
He's just
and
gatekeeping
Cisco.
winning.
Fran and Cisco.
I guess that would be like if Francisco had a sister and him and his sister opened a company. It would be Fran and Cisco.
Well, I asked him one time, is it okay if I shorten your name? Could I call you Fran? He said
No, it's not.
I mean, you can call me Ken. See, it shortens up to Ken, Kenneth, and I mean, come on.
I feel like it's fair.
Oh, that's the problem. I got two of these cards out. Darn it.
Set the moon time. Let's go. Oh,
Okay, are we ready for me to sort of start the whole thing? Are you set, Dallas, or not yet?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, guys. Welcome to Galmany. You are heirs to the crown of this kingdom that has known peace since before you were born. But today, that peace was shattered when a warlord from the west began sacking the cities of Galmany and captured your parents, the king and queen. Old Dobburn, your tutor, leads you to the only place where he thinks you have any hope, the junkyard.
That's fair. Streetport.
Oh my gosh. So in Junkyard Juggernauts, we'll be drafting cards to build the strongest Juggernaut we can so that we can defeat the Warlord's Juggernaut and rescue our parents. So we're all going to draw a Mageneer card, which Mageneers are your characters, which are right here where the blue hand is. So take one card and from the top and just put it in front of you. You can flip cards by hovering over the card and pressing F.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
And you can also rotate cards 90-degree angles with Q and E by hovering over them.
This is kind of a cool system.
Hobart.
So Ken got Hobart. Is that what you said?
Yep.
And you can show these. You don't have to hide them or conceal them. I'm putting them out from me. And then once you've put it out, go ahead and take your. There's 4 different colored cubes, each for each element. So I have Riviera. She's the blue Mageneer. So I'm going to take this blue cube and put it on my my player card. If you want to read all this stuff, you can hover over your card and press spacebar.
Oh,
And
that
that's a
makes
way-
life so much easier. I was zooming in on it, dude.
Oh,
It's so much easier.
yes. So one reason to zoom in or to press spacebar is to read how you're going to level up. And there's some other special abilities. We'll get to those later. But for now, we've all selected our Mageneers. But keep in mind, the Warlord has already begun enticing one of us to become their acolyte and join forces with them. So I'm going to now and here's the Warlord, this person right here. I'm going to put this in the stack, the initial stack that we're going to draw from, and whoever. Why you? Why you flipping?
Wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button. Sorry.
I just realized I'm on push to talk, so I'm going to take that off real quick.
Right.
It's hard to remember to keep that down for just a second.
So, well, one second. Somebody's running that thing. So I discovered I can't have the Cream Puffs theme song play at all in my streams because it also gets copyright on YouTube. So I gotta remove that from my soundboard later.
Dun,
Somebody
dun,
did it.
So there's, let's see, there's 4 of us playing, so I'm going to take 4 cards here. I hate that.
The power is yours.
Oh my.
I'm just gonna sneak over here and look at your stuff here, Francisco.
Yeah, you go for that.
Now what are you
So
doing?
what I'm
over here?
doing, so I'm taking 11 cards off the top.
Mm-hmm.
We're each going to essentially draw 3 to start. And so I take 11 off the top. I'm going to then put the Warlord into that. So there'll be 12 cards. I'm going to shuffle it.
Oh wow,
That's
cool.
why I vibrated. And now I'm going to put that back on the top of the stack. I'm going to put the whole stack down here in the junkyard. So this is where the main deck's going to be.
That's the main deck.
Yeah, right where I put it in the lower right corner of the map. Who moved the quarry, by the way?
That was me.
Who's doing that?
I was trying to move down back because I'm following your actions so the crowd can see what you're doing. I
Oh, okay,
accidentally
got it.
clicked on that.
Oh, okay. All right, so let me get back to my little script here. So we've each drawn. So I got the Warlords right. So now we're all going to draw 3 cards from this. Before you try doing anything, I'm going to try doing this deal 3 command that I just discovered. I don't know if it's going to deal 3 to each of us. I guess we'll find out here in a second. Oh, yes,
I got
it
3
did.
cards.
Oh, fantastic.
Hey.
Oh, good.
Got
Now,
3.
now just one person could do that instead of everyone trying to figure that out.
That's good.
So you'll have, all right. So whoever ends up drawing the Warlord will play as both the Warlord and the Mageneer Acolyte. But there's no time to worry about backstabbing when we have a mech to make. So we're going to start digging through the junkyard for pieces. We're going to be looking for arms and legs, which we just dealt to each other. So each piece, each of these limbs that you choose, each number card, I should say, can be either a leg or an arm.
Okay.
And and we're going to be essentially trying to build a mech that has, if you add up the leg numbers, they are higher than the arm numbers, but we're sort of drafting right now. You have to pick ones that are going to be the best for both your level up on your player card. So for instance, if you space up your card, Dallas, so people can see, it says to level up, you have to have a water and a earth limb. That's what those symbols are. So I'm not looking at your hand, but when you make your Juggernaut, if you're hoping to level up, you want to have a water, so a blue card, and a green card in your Juggernaut somewhere.
Okay.
One other thing to keep in mind is you'll get a bonus. So there's these little chits out here, these 4 and 2 chits. If you have an arm pair or a leg pair that's either the same number, the same numeric value, like 2 3s, let's say, or they're the same element, like 2 fires, you will get a bonus of +2 for if it's arms and +2 if it's legs. So if you have 2 essentially bonuses, 2 pairs, you'll get to use a +4 bonus. If you only have 1 pair, it'll be a +2. So those are the things to look for. So look at your cards, decide what you think is best for you, and you're going to then take 2 cards. You have to give away 2 cards because you can only hold 1 piece at a time. These are heavy pieces. You're taking back from the pile of junk back to where you're sort of setting up. So you're going to pass the 2 cards you don't want to the player to your left. So this is where you're going to pull a card, don't put it out anywhere on the board except for in those little tiles that say pass to the next player. So for instance, Ken is going to place his in Valendro's, which is the yellow square. You're going to place 2 there. Actually, these should, hold on. I just realized these are all, so hover over your own tile. Before you put anything down, hover over your own tile and press H, because that should hide anything from being there. So don't put anything in any ones until they've done that. Otherwise, everyone will see what cards you're passing.
Okay.
Oh, right there. Okay.
So yeah, the little square tile. If you see, you guys, looks like I still see yours, Dallas. So you need to hover over your red tile and press H.
I have hit H.
Huh? Why do I still see it?
You mean see what? I just see an arrow. Pass next player.
But H didn't work for me. If you right click on it, you'll see the eye with the line through it to hide.
Oh, I'm sorry. F would flip it. Jeez Louise, Francisco. F is the letter you'd want. F for flip. So yeah, there you go, Ken. So now they're all flipped. So now you can pass the 2 cards you don't want to. Well, don't keep flipping yours, Ken. Otherwise, people will see which one. No, they are the same, but if you hover over it, you'll see an eye with a slash through it, or an eye, or a non-eye, because that's just the way these components
Apple goes,
work.
excuse me, arm hair, leg hair, what?
What?
John goes, so many rules. And
yes, there are rules.
F is for fail.
All right, so I just passed my 2.
All right, I've passed. I put them in the blue slot.
So of the 3 cards we have, you're telling us we need to pass 2 of them.
Pass 2 of them, exactly. Yes.
Okay, I have done this.
Okay, I'm still trying to pick which of these I want to give up. Okay, I'm going to give up this one.
And we want matching numbers? Is that what I'm hearing?
You want matching numbers and matching elements. So there's fire, wind, earth, and water. Don't put yours, you're not building yet. Don't put it out there, Dallas. Keep it in your hand. Keep that 4 you just put out in your hand.
Oh,
so
I thought it was in my hand. It won't go in
no,
my
you
hand.
got to pull it down toward the bottom of the screen, or hover over and press, I think, T to take it.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah. All right. So awesome. So now
That's
what's going on?
Oh, I realized I gave something away I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, well, ha.
Dang it, Bobby.
Okay, so in that, when we all picked out our pieces, we uncovered one of the Juggernaut bodies. So don't take this, but this one was uncovered. So we'll just have that one out. All right. So now we're going to go around and do one more where we pass one around that we don't want. And it could be the original one you kept or not, but you're going to take one of those cards one of the cards you have remaining and pass that one more time to the player to your left. I think I'm going to do this
Okay,
one.
so hold on a second. So looking at my card, in order for me to level up, I need to free a city and have what is that icon? It looks like somebody with a wand.
So that's it's supposed to be a fire icon.
Okay.
So the free the city will come in next. So you just worry about getting one fire icon if you're hoping to level up.
Okay, yeah, I see where that's a flame now. At first, I thought it was a person with a wand. I thought it was like magic attack opposed to physical.
I could see that.
So yeah.
Okay.
All right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
All right. So now that we've done that, we've uncovered another Juggernaut. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got Chonk here.
Am I
Chonk
supposed to
and
have-
Gem are. What's going on,
Am I
Dal?
supposed to have 2 cards or 3 cards?
You should have 3 cards.
Oh,
I
now
didn't
have 2
pass
cards.
mine yet.
I see. Okay. I am tracking.
Good. I'm just helping clean up your board there a little bit, Dallas.
Thank you.
Sure. So now, awesome guys. So we've dug up some. Now we have 3 cards, but we need 4. So we're gonna do this one more time. At the end of this, essentially, we'll have 6 cards to pick from to build our mechs or our juggernauts.
Well,
So
I
I'm
only
gonna
have 3
deal-
cards in my hand, right?
You should have 3 in your hand. By the way, if that
Okay.
wasn't clear before, if you got the Warlord cards, which one of you should have, or I should have, one of us should have, is what I'm trying to say. You can't give that one away. You're sort of stuck being the Warlord. If that
Okay.
wasn't clear,
Okay.
It
So I'm
was
gonna
not
deal-
clear.
I'm sorry that wasn't clear, Ken.
John for
It's okay.
not John for playing with strangers just told a really disgusting joke and it was funny.
Okay.
Shook my head at it.
So
Okay.
you all got 3 more cards, right?
Yes.
Yep,
Awesome.
These look cool, man.
Thank you.
they do. The
Yeah.
designs are neat.
So now we're doing the same process, guys. So pick 2 cards to pass to the next player that you think won't work well. So you're looking for number pairs and color pairs, essentially.
You said
Gone.
pass 2?
Ugh.
Yes, pass 2.
Okay.
I'm okay. So how bad is the meta in this game? Because I happen to look at the person next to me and I know what their level up conditions are. Are you intending for us to go, okay, by meta, I know that if I give them a card that it's going to help them?
Well,
I
here's
need
the
to avoid
thing.
that?
Well, one of us is the Warlord, so you have to be careful what you pass to that person.
Right?
So because you don't know who the Warlord is. So ideally, you don't want to be giving the Warlord just all 10s.
Right.
Because but we don't know who's who. So you really want to just focus on making your Juggernaut the best it can be, as opposed to trying to keep other people from having the best pieces. But it's up to you. By the way, I can see the cards being put on red, so you gotta make sure you put that.
Yeah, I
fully on.
can see the cards being put on mine. I don't know. I can
Yeah,
see the
you
cards
should
being put-
be able to see the ones being put on your own.
Right.
But like, can you guys see? There's 2 cards on the blue
Here,
space.
Can you see the ones on mine? I'm the
Nope.
one right next to you, Dallas. Can you see?
I don't
what's on
see
mine?
anything on yours.
I don't see
Okay.
anything on yellow. I don't see anything on green. I see that one on red. I see that blue one on red.
See, I have it set to.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I know, but
interesting.
I think it's because it's off it's not fully on the thing. I think
I
that's
don't
why.
see it now.
What about now?
Yeah, I don't see it now.
Okay, so we fixed the problem.
Okay,
Dallas is just really bad at putting cards down.
I'm the one passing to you, so I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, exactly. I think
taking
I'm
this-
going to. Geez, what do I want to get rid of? I don't know. These are. Okay, I'm going to give you this one. So I just put one on Ken's green board. Do you guys see it?
Nope.
Nope. not at
Except
all.
for Ken, obviously. Okay.
I
Yeah,
hope
I
Ken
see
sees it.
Okay.
I'm like, finally.
Oh crap! No. Oh.
I see what I put on your board.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to see what you've put on my
Oh,
board.
now I
Dallas.
know because I'm terrible at placing things down. This is what we were talking about
Okay.
earlier.
So
Gotcha.
I need to make these boards bigger, I think is what the issue is.
I love the
Okay,
fact
I'm
that
just-
the chat's doing dad jokes while we're doing this.
Yes.
Oh, it put your card in my hand. I clicked on your card to look at it and it put it in my hand.
So yeah, hover and spacebar to just look at the cards. All right. Has everyone so I finally just finished passing the cards and getting the cards. Is everyone done with that or you're still doing it?
So we passed 2, then passed 1, then passed 2.
Now we're going to pass one again. So it's
We're gonna
essentially
pass one.
four rotations.
Okay.
And each time it will reveal a new one of these juggernaut bodies.
Okay.
Um
So I need to pass 1.
well, if everyone's done passing 2, then yes.
Debating on which one it would be best to keep. Yeah.
I don't
And I should
So
I
Yes,
should
I
have said
passed
this
too.
before. I should have said this before. When you pass, you should probably be passing face down. Otherwise, the person will see like, "Oh, I'm getting that card next. Okay, then I can get rid of this one that's in my hand." But
Oh, I see
to
what
do that, you would hover over the
Oh.
card in your hand and hit F to flip it over. Then you could pass it.
I have passed
At
a
this
card.
point,
gotcha.
don't worry about it. But
You mentioned matching types and matching numbers.
correct.
So how does that affect things?
So that's what we're about to get to that point with building. So
Okay.
we're just about to go into building once this last round of passing is done.
All
Gotcha.
right. Because I've got never mind. I'm just trying to look and see what I've got to because
yeah.
I don't know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
none of us. We're going to learn that.
Would it be better because I've got a low number card and I have it in 2 different elements?
Mhm.
Would it be better to double down on a specific element or diversify?
If it helps you, this is modeled after a standard poker deck, so you're never going to have like two 6s that are in the same element.
Right.
If you're going for the same number, they're always going to be in different elements.
Right.
I don't think it matters. I think you want the highest numbers possible, keeping in mind that if you have a 2 and let's say you have a 3 in an arm and a 3 in a leg, that's not going to mean anything. They need to either both be in the arms or both be the legs. And the legs together have to add up to a number larger than the arms added together. So you can't have like a 10 arm, a 5 arm, and then 2, 3 legs, because that's 15 over 6. So
Okay.
no skipping leg day in this game, guys.
All right.
All right. Has everyone passed their card? So as everyone should have 6 cards in their hand.
1, 2, 3. I have 5.
5.
I just gave you mine.
Oh,
That's
I
why
see.
I was trying to figure out
I
what to
got
pass,
it.
what to keep.
I gotcha. I think I just took somebody's person card. I don't know whose
Well,
person
give
this
it
is.
back.
Here.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, that's my card. My character's gone.
Yep. Check your watch too, buddy.
Oh my word.
Apple Game goes,
All right.
this game costs 3 arms and a leg, basically.
But all right, guys. So now we can each take one of these torsos. In real life, there'd be a better way of determining. Okay, whoever passed first would get to pick a torso. But all these, they're just for looks. It doesn't matter which one you choose. So just pick one of them.
I'm gonna take the steam boiler.
Okay, and they have little names on them, but you don't have to. Those don't matter much.
I have the
Yes, take
gym.
the steam boiler.
Chonk. That fits.
So, and you should be able to put that right in the middle of your Mageneer board.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Um,
So now we come to building, guys. So here's what we're going to do. We build legs first, then arms, one at a time. So we didn't determine who's first. I think I'm just going first because that's easiest for this context. In an actual game, whoever fixed something last would go first, but for now we're just going to go with me going first. So I'll go first. I'm going to put down one leg. I can put down, however, I can build faster by putting down cards that are the same number. So if I have 2 5s as legs that I want to use for legs, I can put both of those down, and then I'll be able to build faster. So if you have 2 pairs of number cards, not the elements, but just number cards,
Right.
you'll be able to build faster. The whole point of building faster is we need to get to these quarries. So out here you'll see the fire quarry, the wind quarry, the water quarry, and the earth quarry. So you want a quarry that matches your Mageneer. So for instance, I'm Riviera, I'm blue, I'm magic, so I'm going to want this water quarry because that will give me more options for the cards I can hold in my hand during combat. It will allow me to have more cards in my hand during combat, and I'll also just be able to use that if I have to for a counter effect. And all this stuff, some of this stuff is laid out in your Mageneer card if you want to read that bottom half, but you don't have to worry about that quite yet. Just know you want to build the fastest, so you have your pick of the quarries. So in this game, it worked out really well that each quarry has 1 extra card underneath it. Like if you look at the cards in your hand, you'll see on the right-hand side, there's a little potion. Those are your magic fuels. So you're gonna there's a card underneath each quarry that is one of these number cards that will act as fuel in that for the when you take that quarry and the card. But for now, just know you're going for your element essentially is what you want.
Cool.
Sometimes there'll be quarries that have more than just 1 underneath it. Then you might want to go for that. But for now, we'll just go with this. So I'll start by building. Let's see. I'm going to build 2 legs, and here's how I'm doing it. I put 1 leg down, then put a cover over it. You don't have to use these covers, but I find it just sort of looks nicer. Sort of sells the illusion of there's just one. There's just 1 leg. And for these right legs, there's no stickiness, unfortunately. So I line up the shadow with the outline underneath it, and that's how I am able to achieve sort of this look. So I put down, because I had 2 9s, I got to build both those at the same time. But now I have to stop, and it's going to go to Kennethan next, because he's to the left of me.
When you say build faster, I mean, you're not building now, you're just putting down 2 legs.
Yeah, like if I didn't have the same number, I would have only put down 1 leg. So if you have all different numbers, you're going 1 piece at a time. So you're building really slow. But if you have legs or arms that are the same number, you'll build faster.
Okay, that makes sense. Dale goes, Mortal Kombat!
Oh, so
yeah, but I have.
Oh, you have 2 4s? Nice.
Slide over here for the audience to watch what Kennethan's doing.
Sweet. Okay, so now it is. So that was on. Yeah, you want to put the left leg down first if you're trying to get the stickiness to happen. Or it's called a magnetic map, but yeah.
Got that sticky leg, sticky leg.
There you go. And then the black one should stick to them. Yeah. All right, so now it's Valendro's turn.
Okay.
10. Tell me you don't have 2 10s, please. Okay.
I don't.
Damn.
Okay. All right, Dallas, your turn.
Is it my turn?
Oh, why did he only put down 1?
Because he
didn't
doesn't
have
have a number pair. He only has. He has 2 10s.
Oh, the pairs can go down first. Okay.
Ken, keep in mind, this is very easy to miss. But if your 2 arms together are more than 8, you're not going to be. You can't do that because the legs added together have to be more than the arms added together. But if you're if you're fine, then awesome. Okay. So yeah, Dallas, you have a 10 also. Okay, fine, guys.
10 out of 10.
I guess
baby.
I should.
As if
Okay.
it means anything.
Why did the baby strawberry cry?
Why?
I don't know. I'm waiting for Kimboy to tell us.
Oh,
That'd
Can I
make me cry too.
can I name my my mech a different name?
well, you're actually going to have a different name as you build. So we'll go over that here once we've finished building, guys.
Because I want to call him Dan.
Okay, so that's what the things in the corner are then.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
So mine is death. Chunk death.
So
I want to name mine Dan, Dag Nabbit.
you're done?
Okay, it's your turn, Ken.
I want to be able to say, Lieutenant Dan's got new legs.
Oh my word.
Probably a good thing.
Oh, nice. So Ken finished building first,
What?
So I'm gonna look at Ken's here once he's put the covers on.
Zoom in. Dale goes, is it too late to form Voltron?
I think so.
Paladin Pyro, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the stream. We are
What are you doing?
playing
So
a game.
Whatever.
There you go. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the best way. So Ken's, I'm gonna zoom in. You can do this too, Dallas, if you want. But Ken essentially has a Breeze Grade Briar Hammer. That's the name of his
Breeze Grade Briar Hammer. Okay.
Yeah, that's the name of his Juggernaut. And there's about 50,000 combinations of names.
Wow.
So it's gonna be pretty unique each time you play what your particular Juggernaut's gonna be called. And now, Ken, so a couple things now that you've done that. See this little dial down here? You can,
The zero.
that's your HP counter. So essentially you add up all these together
Oh, not much.
and that's going to
14,
be,
eh?
yes, 14, exactly. So you can scroll wheel up, or you can also hover over and hit space bar, and that gives you some more selections for what you can make it.
So, okay. So, question.
Yeah.
So far, you mentioned either getting like types or like numbers. So far, types don't have anything to do with it. I'm not seeing any reason for me to use the same. I put down one of the wind types. I don't see another reason to use another wind type at the moment, as opposed to something with a higher number.
Yeah, no. If you have another 10, I'd put that down. Or if you put down a wind type here, you would get. Maybe this helps. So Ken, you have 2 3s and 2 4s. So you get one of these bonuses because you have essentially 2 bonuses. So we're gonna turn this over and we're gonna flip it because you have. If you just had one bonus, like if you had 2 purples, 2 elements, or 2 of the same element type for your arms, then you'd only get 1 bonus there and nothing for the legs. But since you have the same numbers in both top and bottom, you get +4. And you can choose, I'll let you pick, you can choose to either add that to your arms or your legs, but you can only pick one. So do you want stronger attack essentially or stronger speed? And I just got rid of it. Where'd you go? Sorry.
That's the dial of destiny.
Okay, so you get that for having the same numbers.
The same numbers or same element type.
Or
So
same
let's say,
element type. Okay.
so if you had another number that was a wind, which that's the purple, then you would get a bonus for your for the leg pair.
Gotcha.
No.
I
Speed.
gotta share this from the chat. Mr. Campbell goes, good moms let you lick the beaters. Great moms turn them off first.
Wow.
Turn them off first. That's a good one.
So is your turn. Oh, and last thing, Ken, is you get to pick the quarry. I'd suggest taking the wind quarry right here, but you don't have to.
I want to. I'm thinking try it 'cause I'm purple, so why not? Yeah.
Yep.
So what do you say? Pick it. Like pull this thing off of here?
Yeah.
Like,
You just take it, and here's how I would arrange it. I put let's see. I would do it. So since you match, you're gonna show the 3 purple potion magic fuels on top. Versus if you didn't match, you just show this one on top. So you match, and then you also get this one that was underneath it. So we're gonna put the fuel showing at the top, and then this one showing underneath it.
Okay.
So essentially, you have 4 fuel slots for your Juggernaut.
all right, that's a fuel. Good.
All right.
This is not an EV, is it?
Oh my gosh.
I
No.
want to make sure I can go the distance, you know?
Works on pure magic. Okay, go ahead, John. You can go next.
Okay. So,
clap your hands.
what does leveling up do?
So leveling up for example, if you were to level up, John, you have Saffron.
I do.
You would get +5 to your overall attack strength. So that's what the fist is. That's the attack strength.
Gotcha. Okay.
So which is really good. I mean, the highest bonus you could get with just pairs is +4. So if you got that plus +5 would be really powerful.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right, got a 6. Okay, it's your turn, Dallas.
It is my turn.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is grab this card and drop it right there.
A 9. Jeez Louise.
All right, and then there we go. I gotta put that.
Did you level up?
Not yet. How do I level up?
Well, wait.
How
do you level up though?
Whatever it says on there. So for me, I
Oh, I
have
know.
to free a city and
Oh, yeah.
then have a fire lamp.
Yeah. So, and for Dallas, he had to have a water and a green limb, which he does. So you can move this little thing down, and now you get this extra action when you get into combat, Dallas.
Oh, cool. Lit.
All right.
Thank you,
So-
Apple, for reminding me to drink something.
Now it is my turn, and I will go with this one. And I finished building my, let's see, so my guy is a Gale type lightning volcano. Watch out, guys. The lightning volcano is going to get you. All right, and then I'll take this one.
For some reason, I had you singing that as Sister Act.
Okay.
I already figured I'm going to lose because Francisco's going to win.
Well, I don't know. If I don't, why do you think I'm going to win?
Because
You know the game.
What?
You're
I've
doing
lost
thing?
this game. I have lost this game.
You
guys.
have
Who knows
lost.
the
Oh,
rules?
okay.
Not me.
Except that I will be defeated, but I'm okay. I'll have fun.
Yeah. And
18.
I don't know if you're much like my father-in-law, who's like, "Oh, I have the rules memorized from 1926," and we're like, "Is that a rule?" Yes, I remember it. And we're like, "Okay." Funny how the ones you remember always work in your favor, there, Bob.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no, I think
man.
that's 3 2.
John goes, "If you bite your cheek, why isn't it cannibalism?" Because you're not actively trying to eat yourself, John. That's why.
I guess so. All right, so now it's back to Valendro to keep building.
Oh,
Okay.
so Kenthan doesn't do anything in this round?
No, because him and I have both finished building now, so we're just waiting for you
Oh.
guys to finish.
We'll get that part, but by virtue of us building fast, we actually get to choose first.
Exactly, we get to
Gotcha.
choose the quarries first. Which,
But I can't go start quarrying first.
yeah, you get to okay, my
John.
mech's done. I'm gonna travel to this quarry, and you're controlling it. You're
Oh,
essentially
I
taking
got that.
control of it.
Okay, so that's.
And
You have a
also,
Twitter page for this?
what was that?
No, Juggernaut's Twitter page.
No, I don't have a Twitter for you. Just Instagram right now.
Twitter's not a thing.
Okay, I
It's
saw that.
X. Get it right.
Oh yeah, X. Excuse me. So, something I forgot is that I do get a +2 bonus for my double 9s that I have, but I don't have a matching set in my arms, so I don't. I only get +2. All right, Valendra. So it's your turn now. Dallas?
One and yeah, your turn.
Yeah. So you will at least get 1, Valendro.
How do I rotate that again?
Q or E. There you go. All right, Val, your turn again. Unless, were you done, Dallas? It looked like you were done.
Yes, I am done. I am the
Okay.
duns.
Alrighty. So what does Valendra have here? You have a Sierra Grade Deathhawk. Ooh, that sounds cool.
That sounds terrifying.
So go ahead and I think add up your HP. Again, you can scroll wheel it by hovering over this counter or press spacebar on
Man, I'm
it.
so
then-
low.
You are kind of low.
I know.
When we go out after this, we're going to start deciding whether or not we're going to attack these cities together or separately. And when we do that, we'll have, if you have the killing shot on one of these junk golems, you'll get to pick one of their pieces either as an extra fuel or as a extra a part. So you could trade out a part. All right. So let's see. You got that. I should take
So
my little
that-
jugger.
+4 counts for the action of one of those two, but not for the health, correct?
Correct. Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
And I will grab the fire one up here. Since
Yep.
that's me done building.
So yeah, I typically put my Mageneer to the side so I can have that up front. And then I think, let's see, I think it had this underneath it. Oh, sorry, I grabbed it.
Oh no, you're good.
All right, so I have a question, Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
I've technically met the standards to upgrade twice.
No, you haven't upgraded at all.
I know. Level up.
Upgrade. Oh, leveled up your guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Up. My bad.
Yeah, you don't get anything for that.
Dang it, Bobby. All right.
I'm curious, Dallas. Why did you do the 9? Why didn't you put the 9 down as a leg so that you could have a bonus?
Because my brain made that a 6 in my head.
Oh, okay. The 6s are underlined, if that helps.
That does help.
But do you want to go ahead and change that?
Will that give me a boost and stuff, or?
Yeah, that'll give you a +2 bonus.
Okay. Yeah. Well, by all means.
Because the 10 can still go up there because 18 is greater than 14. There you go.
Get this piece off of here. I keep grabbing multiple things at the same time.
I'm just trying to help you here go faster.
Doesn't look like it. Who's Blue Hand?
Hey, I'm trying.
Blue Hand
I'm
is
trying.
messing things up, it looks like. Who's Blue?
Blue? I don't know. Who is that blue guy?
Who was that blue man?
All right, there we go.
All right.
So now you get this, and you can choose whether your life should stay the same.
Okay.
Because you just moved them around. So
Right.
now you pick if you want that on your arms or your legs.
And then what that does is it boosts one of those things up.
Yeah. So you'll either have higher speed or higher arms attack strength.
I feel like I need more in my arms. So
Okay,
I'm
then
gonna drop
do
that
that
right there. So then and that doesn't affect my health. That's just the total.
That's just
Strength.
exactly just a
All right,
bonus.
cool. And so I need
All
to
right,
come up
so-
here to get a card.
Yeah, you're gonna take this quarry, the green quarry. So you'll get both those cards, and you'll use the blue one as fuel. So you'll want to have the fuel sort of showing at the top.
All right.
My extra fuel one kind of disappeared. I don't know where I went to.
That's weird.
Yeah. I tried to lay them out like you've got for Ken's, and they combined, and then now the other one just won't show up.
Oh,
it went somewhere.
yeah. Let's see. It doesn't look like it's in your hand because we all still
No,
show two
yeah.
showing.
So
Weird.
I
Where does it
only
go?
get the 3 if I have a fire limb, right?
Which 3?
Reading the card, it says that I get 3. if
Oh,
I
oh.
have-
Okay. I'm sorry. The on the quarries, is that what you're talking about? On the
Yeah.
quarry card? That is old text. Don't listen to what that says. Just trust that you have essentially 3
It doesn't nail it
fuel
all.
sockets
Gotcha.
because this matches your element. And
Right.
yeah, I don't know where that one may have gone.
It was a twofer for what it's worth.
Okay.
No.
I'm just looking under your other cards in case it may have gone to one of those, but it doesn't look like it.
I just had somebody
Yeah,
do
I-
my dramatic Bible reading, so I got to do it real
Okay.
quick. 1 second.
Yeah, go for it.
Like get everyone else figured out. All right. Wait for the song to finish. All right, we're gonna do straight off of Bible Gateway. Let there be music. There we go. This is a dramatic Bible reading. John 8:12. Again, Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. And for some reason, be Scottish. All right, I'm good. Not sure why it went that way. Oh my gosh. I think it's funny. I feel like that even though like this is a pretty chaotic system, just because of the mechanics, you can tell about people's lives or it's the type of people they are by how they have their game board set up. Like Camp is pretty well put together here. John's is a little messy, but he knows what he's got going on. Francisco is like high and tight military style, and mine's like everywhere chaos.
Well, you know what? We're all different people, and that's okay. We're all different parts of the body,
Word.
and that's how God designed it.
Literally just preach it.
I'm the brains.
So I think what we'll do in this case, since I mean, obviously in real life we wouldn't just like. Well, I mean, I guess you could lose just a card randomly, but I'm just gonna take this one off the top, Val, and give that to you as your fuel card, just so you have it, because it's important to actually have the cards available. Right. So we'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, guys. So we're all fueled up. Go ahead. We're all at the junkyard. So take your little guy and put him in this square right here. I don't know what's going on.
It's stacked up.
So there's a sticky thing right there. So let's just put them outside of it. It doesn't really matter if they're there or not. It's just sort of a starting point. You could even stack them on top of this card if you want.
Wait. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my
Kenneth, jump on, Kenneth.
Oh, okay.
Get on there.
Come on, man. Don't knock us over, Kenneth. No, Kenneth.
Didn't work. There you go.
Wow. How to turn Junkyard Juggernauts into a dexterity game with Geek Devotions. All right. One thing we need to do before we start trying to
conquered the red.
Wow. Before we try to start rescuing the cities, is we each still have 2 cards in our hand. One of us has the Warlord card. So each of us. So you're going to keep that card. Everyone's going to keep 1 card, but everyone put one of your other cards that you don't want to keep. These don't matter for anything. Go ahead and put them out here, and we're just going to reshuffle them into the deck here. So I'm just going to put these all here. All right, so we should all have 1 in hand. Yeah, we do. Let me shuffle this. Right click, shuffle. All right, guys. So now we need to decide what cities we're going to free first. The one that just says city is supposed to be the water city. I don't know why I messed up getting the right, but it's the water city. So each time, so we can either move as a group together. We can go 2 to 1, and the other 2 to another one. We can each attack 1 individually.
Oh.
Essentially, every time we make a choice, however many parts, like I told you, let's say we all attack this fire city one first, okay? If we all attacked him, that's fine. One of those pieces would go to whoever actually had the kill shot on him. The other 2 pieces would go to the warlord.
Oh, wow.
So, and the warlord's essentially going to have a much this massive mech at the end of this, ideally, unless we find the warlord first. How we find the warlord is we go to the city of whoever Mageneer is the acolyte of the warlord. So let's say I was the acolyte. If we go free the water city, let's say we free that right out of the gate, then the warlord would not have any chance to build up a powerful mech. They would just essentially get whatever juggernaut was made with the acolyte.
Are you trying to tell something, Francisco?
I'm just saying if I was.
Mm-hmm.
But so essentially what I'm trying to say is the longer we take to fight all these cities, the more powerful the warlord's going to get.
I got you.
So if each of us goes to one of these cities on our own, we won't give the warlord much chance to become powerful, but we also risk every time we lose HP, there isn't a lot of way to gain HP. So we're going to be weaker for the fight with the warlord.
Since I have low HP, I figure you are my bodyguard. Be your long last pal.
So let's say, Dallas, you're the one streaming. You could be the de facto leader of us. Where would you like us to go? Then we could vote on it.
I'm a fan of divide and conquer, so I say we go in pairs.
Okay.
And we take out the Windy City and hit the Bay Area at the same time.
Okay, so the the Bay Area. So the Wire City up at the top right corner of Galmany, and then the Wind City. Yeah,
Yeah.
we could do that. Okay. Let's see. Who's gonna go with? So Ken sort of in the weakest position. So who's the strongest? Let's see. I have a 32 HP, 32 HP, 31 HP. So we're all kind of the same. So how about me and Ken will go attack the Water City,
Okay.
and then you and Valendra will go and attack the Wind City. Since
Yeah.
the Wind City is closer, let's have you guys do that first. Do that
Okay.
fight first.
So
Okay.
we
Right.
just drop our
Right.
thing on top of it.
Get
Yep.
my poop map out.
All right.
Your poop Okay, so
I feel like they need more
Um,
music.
each of us is going to draw a card. Let me put my guy there. Each of us is going to draw a card of the two of us that you guys that went there.
Right.
You're going to draw a card for the leg, then an arm, then the next person is going to draw another arm, and
Okay.
just put it. So just draw from the stack, not into your hand, out on the table.
Right.
Go
Alright.
for it, Dale.
All right.
Yep.
And
Just
then
flip it over.
Flip it over.
Yep.
Oh,
All right. So that is an 8
I
speed.
regret that decision. That's not
Okay,
my card. That was not my card. I feel like I'm being set up by
Okay,
an orchestrator.
Val, your turn.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, Ken. Ken, you went. Oh, Ken went with you. I'm seeing the
What?
Ken's piece.
No, no.
So.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
You told me to go
I'm-
to the
I'm-
Bay Area. Remember?
that's
I'm getting
right,
my
I'm
poop map
confused.
out.
I'm getting the player color confused with the element color. I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go. There's a 2.
Hey,
Okay, nice.
that's
not
a
too
good
bad.
draw. That's my teammate right there.
That's how we do. That's how we do.
Let's go. All right, let's see if I can screw it up. Survey says no. Let's
Ooh,
go.
nice.
Come on.
So unfortunately, this is sticking to the other spots on the board, so you're not going to get. Oh, okay, that kind of worked. There we go. It's called junk golem for a reason. All right. So, which of you has a higher speed?
I got
Uh,
18.
I got
18?
16. So
16. Okay, so Dallas is going to get a chance to attack first.
Okay.
So if you read on your card, it sort of says how the combat round goes. The attacker is going to take an action. So you have in your upper blue part, Dallas, you have 3 actions you can take essentially. You can attack. Let me look at your card. You can attack. You can return to junkyard. Let's say you lost a couple limbs and you needed more. You can essentially lose a couple turns to go back to the junkyard, get some new limbs, come back into the fight.
Okay.
Or you have a special ability, Hunker Down, which you're going to use amplify cards for, which we're about to get into what amplify cards are.
Okay.
Because whenever you choose an action, you're going to draw a card from the deck, and you're going to use the amplify ability, which you guys have probably noticed all these like strips of black in the middle of all the limb cards.
Yes.
Those are the amplifies.
Okay.
And unfortunately, you're going to have to crane your neck to read these. In real life, you'd be able to actually just turn the card, but in this, you don't get the luxury of that.
I mean, you could rotate
So
the
if-
camera.
You sure? Yeah. I mean, if you do the space bar zoom in, you have to sort of crane your neck to read it.
I
Right.
got you.
But so you're going to take it. You're going to pick an action. I would suggest attacking in this case.
Okay.
And then the defender, the guy here, is going to attempt to mitigate the damage if he can. And then the player with the next highest speed will become the attacker, with the warlord or his lackeys, these junk golems, going last.
Okay.
Because essentially the warlord set up these junk golems in all the cities to prevent you from attacking, to prevent you from freeing them, essentially, because he wants everything under his control or her control.
Gotcha. All right.
Um,
So I'm attacking with 16.
16. All right. So they have a speed of 8, which means, let's see, if defender's speed is greater than attackers, it's not. We're going to subtract the attacker's attack strength from the defender's HP. The defender's HP is currently 12. And you're attacking with what? 16? Okay,
16.
then you've destroyed this guy.
Be
You've
gone,
obliterated the junk golem. So you get to pick one of these pieces to take if you'd
Alright.
like. You can take it for fuel, or you could take it for to exchange out a part.
Okay. Now, all right. So take it for fuel or change out for a part.
Yeah. And unfortunately, so you and Val went, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Valendra, you don't get anything from this, unfortunately, because he was able to have the kill shot on it. So
Yeah.
that's like, okay, do I want to go out with other people and
Oh, I see
lose
what's
out
happening.
on? So like Val doesn't get to level up because he didn't free a city. You're actually going to take this Wind City down here to be with you now, Dallas.
Okay, so I'm taking this one,
Okay.
and so where is
You can't take that one because now you have 18 over 18. Your legs have to be greater than your arms.
Oh, they can't equal?
Yeah, they can't equal.
Okay, so it's less than period. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fine. Be that way. If you're gonna be difficult.
I
I mean,
will
it
be
does
difficult.
have 2 fuel on it above the other ones, so you can take it
All right.
just for the fuel.
Yeah, you could.
Plus,
Yeah, then you'd have more fuel sockets.
plus, like he said, whoever the warlord is gets the other 2 pieces, and so that'll give them the smaller numbers for those
Yeah.
pieces.
So I'm gonna take this for fuel.
Okay.
And is there a way to automatically just shuffle it down to the bottom on this thing, or?
No, you have to. Let me see. Let's take your Mageneer off. I'm just being all. What's it? OCD, ACDC. Whatever it is, I don't know, Ken.
OCD. Okay, not
OCD. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Is that okay for you, Dallas?
That works.
Okay. And then you get to take the Wind City. So go ahead and take your guys's your little robot guys off. And you can have this and down here, I guess, wherever you want to have your
Right.
like score pile or whatever.
And that's just
Wherever you want, Chicago.
yep.
All right. So now they've done that, and then these 2 other pieces are going to go up to the Warlord and the Warlord stack. They'll get to use that to build up later or fuel themselves.
Okay.
All right. So now it is me and Ken's turn. So let's get our guys, Ken, and
So-
we're going to go up. Oh, go ahead.
No, you made a comment that if you conquer a city
Mm-hmm.
of a color of a player that may have the warlord,
Mm-hmm.
what happens to
It's
the
not-
warlord?
It's not if you conquer the city. If you go to so like, okay, let's say you and I go to the water city, and I'm water. So if I'm the warlord, I would have to reveal as I'm the warlord now, and then you would fight me, and then if you retreated though, you could take an action to retreat, and that would allow all 3 of
So-
you to come back up. Then
I'm purple. And I
Uh-huh.
had the warlord.
What? You're the
Oh.
warlord!
They
Ah!
conquered the Windy City, so I didn't do any attack. That's why I was curious.
Oh, okay. So you should have actually revealed right away.
Well, I don't know. That's why I was wondering. Yeah.
No, that's fair. That's totally fair. That's totally fair.
All right. So stab Kennethan in the back. Can we go?
Let's do this.
Kick in the
Let's
door,
do-
loot the room?
Oh my gosh. Let's do this so that what could we
Nicely
do there?
done. I like this stuff.
Yeah,
guys.
I had no idea that you were the warlord, Ken.
Of course you didn't. That was the point of not revealing.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
Oh,
I thought you were
guys
going to
talking
say
about the-
like,
you're talking about the stack. Okay.
This is the real game right here.
This is
Stack-
the game inside the game.
It's the mini game. Wait. Yes!
Yeah!
Ladies
Oh
and
my
gentlemen,
gosh.
game
We
has
win!
been won. The warlord is
Wow.
defeated. We have tackled him down. Look at that. See? That's what's happened.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna try to do. Ken.
I'm curious about
Um,
this card.
Here's okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just say that you got these 2 cards and you also got these 2 cards, just wherever they are. We'll just say that. We're just going to be just because it didn't quite work out the way it was supposed to, we'll just go with this. So you got these cards, all right? So now you get to build out a Juggernaut up over here as the warlord. And essentially, you have this piece that connects on top of that. And then you can have 3 legs and 4 arms. So go ahead and build it however you want, as long as the legs are still stronger than the arms.
well, what I find interesting is
I'm looking at it upside down. My bad.
why is it like I mean, this is supposed to be built up before you attack?
No, you would essentially, once the warlord's revealed, it's like you're coming to them, and it's like this is like the warlord's base, and then all of a sudden the acolyte joins with it in a very Voltron-esque style, and you get all these things.
Nico, yes, this is actually Junkyard Juggernauts being played in front of a live streaming audience.
Oh wait,
And-
sorry. This is legs or arms here. This is backwards.
Yeah, it's upside down. If you want to turn your camera so that you're facing the map upside down, then that would
Oh,
help.
So Nico,
Or
this
I mean, you could, if it's
This is
easier for
legs,
you,
so-
I could spin this so that we're all looking at it the same way. That's fine too.
this is the arms.
Nico, this is the we're doing
And
a
this is the
test of it.
legs.
It's still in alpha mode, and so
Okay, right.
Francisco's just kind of figuring things out. So
There you go.
it's kind of
Okay,
a
well,
ghetto.
you can still use all these pieces still too.
How
From
come
your
it was just
original.
basic too? What?
From your original Juggernaut, you can.
Thank you, Nico.
You're
Why
supposed
would
to
I use
all-
my own
too.
stuff?
Yeah.
Huh? Use my own stuff too? Why would I
Yeah.
use my own stuff?
Yeah, you're the acolyte and the
Oh
warlord
my
together.
goodness. Well,
You combine.
Okay, so they're both together. He's not two mechs.
Exactly. Yes.
He has to put the two together.
Yeah.
oh, so wouldn't I reveal myself when I attack the city or at the very beginning, or when should
No,
I
you-
reveal myself?
You wouldn't reveal yourself early because you want time to build up. I mean, if the game had gone how it was supposed to, you wouldn't have been able to have any of this. You would just be your very weak mech.
Dallas screwed you over, and Francisco's going to rewrite the game now. Rule number 1: don't let Dallas play games.
Oh
Hey,
my god.
Francisco, you invited me to play a game, and you didn't win.
Wow. We might still win, If the Magineers beat the Warlord, we win. So and I'm one of the Magineers.
I like
Yes,
that.
but you
Yes.
just amped him up.
How's that? There you go.
Okay, you get
I
one
don't
more.
know.
You get one more leg.
One more leg.
Yeah, there's 3 leg spots.
Yeah.
I do like
okay.
legs. Extra crispy is my preferred way of doing the legs, though.
Oh my word. So unfortunately, I don't have a good way of. Let's see. Can I? Okay, we can unlock this. Good. I'm gonna move this over here, so you can you can redo your life now. So what is
Holy
this?
mackerel.
4,
Yes.
8,
Monstrous.
11, 21, 31 life.
No, not that
Well,
much.
hold up. What is the level up high through one city? Okay, so he doesn't get that.
No,
is it
he did. He didn't. Oh no, he wouldn't have gotten that. And so I won't keep that one there just
Right.
because of the because he wasn't able to we would have found him to begin with.
Right. So if I can ask you this,
Does-
how does this play out if we didn't have 4 people for somebody to be the warlord?
Like if you were playing
Like 2 person.
two person, one of you would just would randomly get the warlord, and you
Okay.
would just know who it was.
Right.
Oh, I should have always been holding onto the high cards. I was going for the pairs.
Oh yeah, you should.
Down
Yeah,
some of
if you're
high
the
cards.
I guess that's something that you don't know if you don't know. But if you're the warlord, just keep as the highest cards you can. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Your 10s, your 9s, 8s, all those. Just keep those.
Yeah.
But you still get 2 bonuses, or you still get 1 bonus. So take
We'll have
this
my own
one?
bonus. I
So
definitely
Okay,
yeah.
you get-
this is all within a he's built all this in a website right now. This isn't a like download and play version. But I don't think, Francisco, you're not going to have a solitary version of this. This has to be with other people.
You could play single player.
Oh,
You're
really?
just you're gonna be building the warlord yourself. Essentially, you're gonna be so you could build it to be not very strong or strong. It's sort of up to you. But instead of having the warlord shuffled into the deck at the bottom
Mhm.
where we all draw from, you would shuffle it under one of the cities. Like you'd
Okay.
have an extra card under each city,
Right.
and one of those would be the warlord. And then whenever you go to that city, then you're unveiling the warlord.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, so you're putting
This-
it on legs. Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty smart, actually. Ken. All right. So now I'm up here fighting Ken by my lonesome, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna see if why are you stacking all these? Oh my word!
You have to ask why.
Yes, I have to ask why. Okay, Ken, I'm going to go ahead and try to fight you. So here we go.
You do it by yourself?
Up here.
Because you
I'm
live
by
with them?
myself right now. If I decide to regroup or I die, then you two can come up.
So,
But for now, it's just me and him, since we were both at the stage together, even though he would have been the warlord. I'm essentially flipping like he's Riviera and I'm Hobart, but without flipping that actual part of it.
Right.
All right, so I'm going, since I found you, Ken, I get to attack first. I'm going to choose an action. Let's see. I don't have any amplify cards. Okay, so I'm going to attack. That's going to be my action. I'm going to get an amplify card out, and we'll see what it is. Oh, wait. I can actually choose whether or not to keep it in my hand. So, see how I drew an amplify card, guys, which this one is Magic Leak, disable 2 of your limbs. So some of them are good, some of them are bad. If you get a bad one, I'm just going to keep that in my hand right now because I don't want to use that. And I can keep up to 5 because I have 5 magic fuel potions showing. So I can store that many amplify cards. After that, I have to play something. I can't just keep storing them up.
Okay.
But in this case, I don't want to play Magic Leak because then I'm just disabling 2 of my things. So I'm going to attack you for 8 plus 6 plus 2. So I'm going to attack you for 16, Ken. My speed is 18. Your speed is 24.
20.
Check.
24, right? 24. Yeah.
So
one.
You have some options. If you look at your mage, I'd look at your mage in your card.
All right, I'm turning them down. If I did this correctly, then the guys can't hear me. So we're going to do the dramatic Bible reading real quick for you there, Mr. Kimboy. Let's see here. This is a dramatic Bible reading. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength, and they shall mount up like wings, with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. This has been a dramatic Bible reading. There we go. Hopefully that came out right. We'll find out. Turn them back up so you guys can hear them.
But be aware that I can then use a fuel to overpower that negation, and that can go back and forth in a push your luck style to counter overpower. So but since you essentially you have 2 fuel sources, I have 2 fuel sources, so I would probably be able to ultimately get the damage through. So I don't know how important it is to you to are you disabling something?
Yeah.
You're 10? Okay, that's fine. So you take no damage. And you get to counterattack now with your weakest limb, which is a 2. So I take 2 damage. It's not funny. It's not funny. Okay. Now,
it only hit 2, you know?
Now you're going to, and here's the thing. I would love it if Val and John, that's the same person. John and Dallas.
I'm as good as you, though.
Can you guys be thinking of what makes sense? And this is where I need help in terms of playtesting, because this scenario has never come up. It's always been everyone's come to the warlord at the same time. Mm-hmm. So what would make sense for you guys to be doing right now in terms of, instead of just waiting there for me to either beat Ken or him to beat me? Maybe here's something. Where were you guys last? I'm going to just do this on the fly. We'll see how this goes.
Well, I was about to.
Where were you?
I feel like I know where you're going with it. We
conquered the Windy City.
Yeah, I figure if you had a counter, like a space counter, so like if we're like 1 space away or 2 spaces away from the Bay Area, then it's like
it would take that many turns to get there.
Yeah, 2 round tour.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. So you guys are green and red, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, green, stop.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing? So you guys are both. You guys are both, and this is gonna be a little wonky because of I need to turn off sticking for these tokens.
I don't know. I'm enjoying it.
So you guys were on Swift City. That was the Wind City.
Yeah, Chicago.
So can you guys see all the little there's crosses and little icons for cities? Do you see all those?
Yeah.
So I think every time there's essentially an amplify card is chosen, like there's an action, you guys move up to the next one. So I'll let you guys pick your course. So the next one you would move to is the Wind Quarry, which is right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that was mine. Now, Ken, you can pick an action. You have the Warlord's actions to choose from. You have Hobart's actions to choose from, but you only get to pick one.
The actions being listed under what? Under attack, return, or shock?
Yeah, exactly. That would be
or attack, or full repair.
Exactly. Okay. Full repair you can't do right now because we have to go through the Amplify deck.
Well, so I was thinking, since I have 4 arms, I could disable 2 of my arms, and disables 2 of your arms then, 2 of your limbs.
Well, you don't have any Amplify cards yet, but yes, that's a valid, attack.
Yeah, never mind. So I guess all you can do is attack, right?
Yeah, all you could do right now is attack.
All right, I'll attack you then.
You attack, but you first draw an Amplify card from down here and decide if you want to keep it or not. Or you can go ahead and keep it, which right now, if you're trying to go for that disable attack, I would keep that and wait till you have 2 wind ones to play because it says you need 2 wind types to use that. So just put that in your hand. Just you could put that in your hand.
2 and wind then types. Oh, I see the symbol of wind. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So you're just attacking. What's your attack? 2, 4, 8, 11.
4,
right?
Yeah, 7, 11. Yeah, sorry.
So you're attacking me for 11. Your speed's higher than mine, so I can't just negate it.
Wait, even disabled is still higher than yours? I have a 10.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I didn't think about that. So you're actually at 14, which is lower than mine. Okay, so I can potentially disable, but I feel like I'm in a rough spot already. So I'm not going to disable. I am going to instead just take the damage. No, actually, I'm going to do this. I am going to burn one of my fuels to counter the damage.
Okay.
So you can choose to try to overpower it with one of your fuels, or you can just let me just negate the damage.
I'll let you negate it.
That's right. You can't stop this. You can't stop this. I'm too good.
Here's an idea for you. Since there's no actual numbers on the board or anything. Right now, if we were to keep going this route, it would take us about 6 turns total to get up to the fight. Because we moved to the quarry, then we've got Elden Arc, which was it? Elderkin Arc, and then whatever that city is there. Then the haberdashery, so we get the fancy hats for our map. And then go attack at the city.
We must look stylish, John, if we're going to be late to the battle.
Well, here was my thought. After their attack phases and both of that's done, then we would draw a card and see what speed we get out of that for how many cities we move on.
Oh, or it could just be a sort of let's see, you guys are both, I wonder if it could just be a culmination of your guys's, maybe your weakest leg is how many you can move.
I mean, so if that's the case, then we're there, because John's is 6.
It is 6.
Yours is 6. Okay. Then let's have this. We'll have this. Okay. Then, in that case, let's say you are there. So come up here.
Wait a minute. No, tough luck, dudes.
Well, and that's why I thought drawing at the end of that would have been more fair because, we powered up. I've got a 6 as the lowest out of all 4 legs that we've got. Mm-hmm. If we draw, maybe there's tough terrain and we draw it too.
All right, then. Okay, we can try that then. So go ahead.
I thought that. That's up to you.
That's fine. let's go. Let's give that a shot. I don't know. We're sort of testing this.
Yeah, exactly. It's a play test. So
All right. So go ahead and draw a card from the top and just show it to everyone.
Dallas, you can go ahead and draw that for us.
All right.
Not the whole deck, Dallas.
I don't know how I did
Okay.
that.
Oh my god.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just clicked on it. It gave me everything. Nico's telling me to buy Skyrim Dragonborn helmets.
Well, yeah, it is 3, so that would send us to the haberdashery.
Okay, so go to the haberdashery. Glad you guys have all these disabled icons there. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys.
You needed
All
a
right,
hat.
so-
Yeah, you got to put your head on after you get that.
Yep.
Oh
It
my
is.
gosh. So Ken, you attacked me for the 11 damage. I mitigate it. Now I counterattack you with my weakest limb, which is a 6. So you take 6 damage.
There we go. I have a hat.
You got sombreros, my dude.
Wow,
Let's
you
go.
guys. Oh my word. All right.
All right.
So now it's back to let's see. So that was 1. So you guys, you want to draw another card to see how far you go now, even though it's only 1. So I think you're pretty much there. I don't think there's because
Yeah.
there's 2 is the lowest you could get. So
Yeah.
come up here.
Yeah, it won't let me grab my piece.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
It
So
kept
now
grabbing the
who
map underneath.
of us who has the highest speed? I have 18,
I've
18,
got 16.
16. Dallas, your arm strength is 14. Mine is 14 also. Dang it, Dallas.
What's
Okay,
up?
well you have more fuel. So we'll let you go first.
Okay, I have more fuel. So I'm going to, I guess, attack? Is that the right way to go with that?
That'd be the one. That'd probably be the best way to go. So draw an amplify card and decide whether you want to keep it in your hand or play it.
Okay. Grabbed everything.
So don't hit shift if that's what you're doing.
I'm not. I'm just clicking on it.
That's weird.
It wants me to grab
Oh.
every card.
Don't click and don't click and hold. Just click. Oh wait, it is doing that. Why is that doing that? I don't know. Here, Dallas, take that one.
Not doing it for me. I don't know.
All right. And then, oh, I need to flip it. There we go. Okay, so I draw this card and I can either attack for what it is.
You don't attack it. So you read the center part, and that amplifies or could lower your attack. You do whatever's on the card if you're going to play it.
Right. All right, cool. So I'm going to play the card.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ooh, battle rage.
you
Nice.
fell into my trap card. So Swords of Blinding Light. I think I summoned Exodia with this one.
You're just attacking for double damage.
Exodia, what are you talking about, man?
So what's your what are you attacking Ken with? Tell him what your number is.
My number is 687309. No. My number is 16.
So
Times
double
2.
that.
So 32.
32
Oh my
damage coming
word.
your way. And his speed is 18. Yours is
Right now, 14.
14. So you can't negate it like you did with mine. You could burn a fuel, but then he has a lot more fuel than you. So you can see if he'll go for it, but
I'm going to burn a fuel.
burn a fuel. Okay.
And what does
So
burn
then
fuel
just
do?
put. He's able to counter the damage, so he takes no damage.
Can I do I have a card in my hand that says
Yeah.
not today. Can I cancel? Is that a note
Oh.
card?
Yeah, you can play that as a counter.
Ah, a nope card.
Plus
This isn't exploding kittens.
No, this is Magic the Gathering, baby. I play
Oh my
blue.
I was going to say, you're playing blue on us.
So unfortunately, Ken, you can't counter this unless you also have a 3 in your hand.
Nope.
which it doesn't look like you do. Okay, so that's how much damage is coming his way? 32.
I mean, what do you mean? A 3 as in an actual card number, or
Yeah, so this card
the actual
specifically.
same 3, right?
Yeah,
Can't
this
be a
card
higher
speci-
card.
specifically is cancel all damage or counters to it. Can only counter this amplify with another not today amplify card.
What's this over here on my deck? This
That-
mine?
Yeah, but it would just be fuel if anything. It wouldn't be an amplify card. I don't think you would put it down. I mean, I don't know. Did you draw that
Why?
as an amplify card?
Well, I have one of these amplified cards, like one of them is my amplified card, but I don't know.
Okay, well, we could keep it going and just say you did draw that as an amplify card, and cancel is cancel.
I shall play another cancel card. No, I don't have any more.
All right, so those are both
All this
canceled.
cancel culture.
Gosh.
Man,
Yeah.
Do we have
All
a
right.
trash pile?
yeah, it's over. It's down
Is
here.
that there? Okay.
And so we only have 4 more turns before he gets to completely repair, guys. So let's try to hurry up here.
Well, I tried
Um,
to, but you gave him an out.
Well, you know what? You should have just been better, Dallas.
This is just like every
No.
time I play with you, Francisco.
No, I think that was a valiant effort the way you did it. Okay, it's your turn now. Or no, it's my turn. So I'm going to attack you again, Ken, for what was this? 16.
I only have 14 in my speed,
Mm-hmm.
but you have, right? I can't counter it, right?
Yeah, you can't negate
I'll
it.
burn a fuel then.
Okay, that's fine. If you burn this last fuel, by
What
the way,
is
this
this there?
huh?
Oh, no, right. I'm not burning any fuel, so
Okay,
16?
16.
I can't counter it though, right? So I just take it, right?
Yeah, you just take it.
Uh,
Should be down to
go.
9, I think.
Take it like a mech.
yeah, I know.
Dang, so I would have knocked him out then. No, I wouldn't. Because it
Yeah, you would have.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Oh, and I should have drawn an amplify card, which I neglected to do. This also needs to go back down here.
I'm gonna rename
What was,
my guy.
why am
to
I getting
one.
these magic leaks? Okay, well, I would have kept that in. And I can, okay, I'm at my max now. I can't hold any more. Dang it. Okay. All right. Now it is John's turn.
All right.
All right, John.
So I draw a card
Mhm.
here.
John, I need you to claim your Mexican name and be Juan Punch Man.
Oh my gosh.
Just
I'm
knock
on
him
it.
out.
I'm on it. Okay, let's see.
May the taco be with you.
Ay, 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 ay. All right, so I'm going to special focus fire
Ooh.
and play an amplify fire card, rapid repair. If I lose a limb, I can immediately replace it with that one.
Oh, look.
Wait, so hold on. Okay, and you also have a win card you're playing too for that? The special focus fire? Oh no, it says or. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
It
Okay.
says or.
Okay, my bad.
So I'm playing that,
Yeah.
and that gives me +2 attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then if defender's limb will be destroyed, disabled or destroyed, I get to pick the limb.
Yeah, exactly.
So that adds +2 to my attack, which is already 19, so that makes my attack 21.
21. And his speed is 16, which is still higher than yours, Ken.
So I'm gonna burn a fuel, otherwise I'll be dead. So
Yeah. Yeah. So last fuel is gone. We'll return this to the wind quarry. Right down there. And this goes back in there.
is
Or
it gonna
were you gonna try to over what's it called? What's it called?
We don't know.
override?
Overpower it. Were you gonna try to
Overpower.
overpower it, John?
So, yeah, may as well.
Okay. So burn
Yeah,
this.
'cause-
I would suggest this fuel.
Yeah. So,
So now I can't counter. So I take it all, and I'm gone.
That's
Bye
it.
all.
So thank you guys for playing Junkyard Juggernauts. I would love to get your feedback here. Give me a second to get all that queued up.
All right,
so
that was
I
too
can actually-
fast. That was.
What was that?
It didn't feel like there was any real
yeah. And
threat to you guys. You just basically overwhelmed me. Over
Yeah.
maybe since I played it
Yeah.
wrong because the actual
I think that's the main thing, Ken, because if I was the warlord, it would have been a lot harder. So, but
Yeah.
that's just, you're new to this. You don't know, and that's
yeah,
fine.
I mean, aside from the 10 in the legs, your highest number on any of them was a 6. You had a
Yep.
couple 2s and a couple 4s and a 3.
Yeah.
So you didn't really get that good of a draw.
Yeah.
no, I
Mhm.
didn't.
And you didn't
I know.
understand
For-
what you were building at the front end. That's-
Exactly.
Right.
Mhm.
For that, in a case like that, I
Yep.
mean, Francisco probably could have taken you in the one-on-one if we'd have pushed it.
Mhm.
So, I mean, depending on it, that one-on-one fight probably isn't a bad thing, and then us going after that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it does leave us kind of doing nothing at that point. So
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. And that's,
Yeah.
that's going to be an interesting issue to balance, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm. So I have some questions I want to ask you guys. And I'm going to ask you all these same questions, but they're going to be in different order. So Dallas, I'm going to start with you. What was your favorite moment or aspect of the game?
My favorite honestly, it was the the back and forth where I had a note, basically the note card, and then Kenneth was trying to play his own note card. That back and forth, I enjoyed that counter back and forth. Some of that's just because that's how my play style with Magic the Gathering.
Mhm.
But I love the haha and then the haha back and forth with people.
yeah.
That creates a level of tension and excitement. But that's also a level game. Like you have to plan for that in your head.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Awesome.
look, my
Back
other
up
fuel
this.
card showed up.
Apple's back in the house.
Where was it?
Somehow it was still underneath the other one. We just couldn't get them to separate.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Ken, I can imagine this, but what was your least favorite moment or aspect?
Least favorite. Well, losing.
Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair.
Yeah, that's the part. It felt like there was no real challenge. But again, maybe it's because, like I said, the way that the whole building of the mech was wrong. So it felt like it was too easy for you guys. And then, of course, the when I took the damage, to damage out to your highest limb, boy, that really hurt. So that means then you should probably take it. You should use a fuel, but then you only have everybody only has a couple of fuel anyway. It's a back and forth would have been gone quickly. So I just feel like there maybe should be the warlord should have more fuel.
Yeah, and I was trying to ideally you're gonna have more fuel if
I played it right. Okay.
Well, no. If everyone goes and you as the warlord, you should have had us. You should have been pushing for us to not go to the Wednesday. I guess we did, but that's sort of it's how in Among Us you're trying to convince people that you're not the imposter. It's sort of that sort of social element. It's like, guys, no, I think. And I'm also going to have different effects on each city so that there's more of it's not just we'll pick this one. There's more of this one's going to give us this if we go here, but it's going to be harder in this way.
See, that would make it for a great addition if there is planning our route basically.
Yeah. Exactly.
And also the mechs that we build off of those cities aren't very large mechs. One person can take them down.
Mhm.
If we all four would have split up at the very beginning and gone to different cities and tried to claim the prize,
Mhm.
we would have found the warlord right away, and it would have been this all over again anyway. I think maybe there can be a way to buff up the city mechs to encourage teaming up. That way it takes longer to find the warlord.
Oh,
And has a more of a social face at the beginning when people are picking those as well.
Yeah. And for instance, one of the ideas I had was for the Fire City. When it's enslaved, when it has a Jungle on it, you're going to take an automatic minus 10 HP hit just before the battle gets going. And everyone that's there will be minus 10 HP. So it's going to be a lot. You got to make sure you're able to take it out.
Okay.
Or there's going to be another one Wednesday I have an idea of. when you draw the amplify card, you have to play it regardless of what it is. You don't get to store them. So there's going to be those types of impediments, I guess you'd say. But you're absolutely right, because just on their face, like I've thought about, well, do I just double their overall number? I'm not sure if I'm ready to go that route yet, but that is a possibility. But back to you, Ken. Your least favorite thing was losing and not having enough fuel. Is that, did I hear that correctly?
It felt like, because there was, so you had two choices: take it, or take the fuel. But then you noticed that you said I had two fuel, you had two fuels, back and forth, and like the last round was like I put a fuel, countered it. Okay, that was it. Game. So it was not enough fuel for the warlord. I thought maybe it would be more strategic. I think on okay, well he's got 4 fuels. I only got 2, and so he can counter 1. I should save it. Maybe because you guys start hanging up on each other, then each person can, slowly whittle away. How many rounds you said? It's like 4 turns for the warlord wins.
No. Essentially, whenever the amplify card is depleted all the way, the warlord gets to go back up to their current maximum HP. They get a full health restore.
Reboot. I noticed that.
Yeah, if a limb's been destroyed, they don't get that back. So let's say your 2 was gone, then you'd only go up to your full health minus 2. But you'd still get a full health regen.
Yeah.
So what about this as far as a concept when it comes to the fuel? Because the city cards have the 3 on one side and 1 on another. So if it's your city, you get the 3. If you, like, I'm the fire person, if I get the wind city, it's only 1. And then the one that was under that had 2 fuel on it, so we got 5 fuel. And if I draw another card and use that for a fuel, they've got multiple fuels on them. So instead of that one card just being a fuel, you can use the token or whatever to block one of the fuels, and that'll still be 2 fuel or 3 fuel. And as far as the counter mechanic, the first time you counter, it's 1. The second time, it's 2. The next time, it's 3. It increases the counter every time.
It takes more things
that way. That way, it's a tougher choice on should I counter the second time or not. And it'd be more of a risk to the players, especially if the warlord mech has time to build up their hand, get those extra counters. It can be more of a possibility for the warlord to have the extra counters to push that, where the player might not.
Yeah.
And so then they can block the damage or, push the player damage through, give warlord that little bit of the edge.
Yeah. Just
Thank
so you
you.
get some feedback from the chat, Nico is saying that the game is good. Seems like there's not enough risk. And he also says like everything feels safe for one side when one side has an advantage.
Okay. Thank you, Neko. Let me ask you this, John. Actually, hold on. Let me figure out what my next question is supposed to be. I have preset questions I usually. Oh, was there anything, John, you couldn't do but wanted to be able to do?
Couldn't do but wanted to?
Mm-hmm.
Not particularly in this part. I can't say there's anything that, like, I didn't get to level up, but I had decided not to.
Oh, yeah.
Because my bonus for leveling up wasn't enough for the bonus of using the cards I wanted to. So for me, the bonus would have been plus 5 damage. I did have a fire card that was damage 5, but it would have replaced my damage 7 limb.
Yeah.
So I get the plus 2 from that, or 2 extra points there, and then the plus 4 for the bonus. So it kind of outweighed things, but I can't necessarily say that I wanted to. That was a strategic thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't get to win that one. That city fight. Dallas won that in the first round. I didn't even get a chance to participate in that. Not too big of a deal. I missed out on extra card
Mhm.
because I'm not the one who killed it. Not a big deal. That again, that makes sense that card goes to the victor.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really say there's anything that I'm pining for because I at least got to see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, because we split up like that, he took the mech out in one round. I only got the one chance to fight at the very end, and I beat the warlord because again, the low cards and the low draws
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
left
Totally
the
fair.
warlord in a weakened state. But in that entire hand, I only got the one fight.
Mm-hmm.
So again, figuring out a way to extend that or build that up, I think, is what's going to really help benefit things.
So, Francisco, what's your
Yeah.
intent on how long this game should last? Like, to play in half an hour, hour, or
half hour to an hour. It shouldn't.
Okay.
I don't want it to be something that drags on and on. I want it to be. It's meant to be fairly short.
Oh, I thought
So-
if you want to, yeah, not Gloomhaven. So that way, if you want to be like, you know what, I tried this strategy, or like, oh, I realized the Warlord's going to be a lot better like this. Let's just play this again real quick. I'd like it to have that sort of speed to it. And that's
Okay.
another reason why I don't necessarily. I like the idea of what you guys said about like drawing a card, and that's how many places you move if you're separated
Mhm.
from the warlord. I thought that was a nice sort of happy medium between your mechs just having like high mech speed or just going one at a time. But I don't know where I was going with that. So let me ask you this, Dallas.
Yes, sir.
What was your goal? Like, let's outside of winning the game, what was sort of like your personal goal in this game?
Figuring out what the heck I'm doing on the front end, and then
yeah.
that was the first thing. But once I was starting to get a feel for things, it felt like especially after that first round of battle I had, it felt like it reminded me of a basics of say words, Dallas, of Magic the Gathering. And I keep bringing that up because that's the TCG that I've played the most of. But even like Yu-Gi-Oh has some of the same stuff. It's your basic of attack over defense, and so for this was my attack over. I think was it the opponent's speed was the kind of the determining factor of my attack.
Well, essentially there's when you attack. If the defender's speed is higher, they have an opportunity to mitigate some of that damage, to negate it in
Gotcha.
their strongest limb. They like essentially
gotcha.
think of them as like, oh man, okay, I'm going to get right into position to block with my full arm, all that damage right into this arm. And it's powerful enough to take that.
Gotcha.
Or my leg or whatever. But if they're not as fast, they're just going to absorb that damage everywhere. Unless your if your speed is higher, I think it was what I have. Let me look at one of these Mage Engineer cards. If the attacker's speed is higher than the defender's speed, then the defender also will destroy one of their limbs. So it's called a critical hit. Essentially, you'll take that whatever damage would have been done by your attack strength. But on top of that, a limb is destroyed. Though one of the weakest limbs is destroyed.
Gotcha. So
that might be another thing on there as well. If defender's speed is greater than attacker's, defender may disable their strongest limb. Maybe their strongest limb on either side, their choice. They can choose the leg or choose the arms. Because since the legs have to be stronger, there's a high chance that disables their leg instantly and then decreases the speed and their chance to defend later. So maybe let them choose the strongest arm or the strongest leg.
Maybe that's something I'll certainly consider.
Yeah, I mean, again, it also that way, just disabling the strongest one, maybe their strongest one is an arm.
That's
not
true.
necessarily likely, but just that way, if it is a leg, it doesn't force them into the automatic critical after that one.
Yeah. Ken, I am curious. I don't know if I know there's a lot on these Mage Engineer cards. Did you happen to see the part that you could have burned a fuel? I had honestly forgotten about it. You could have burned a fuel to enable all your limbs, and then you could have had that 10 back. Did you see that, or did you consider that if you did see it?
No, what was it on the Warlord card itself?
No, it's on. I think it's on the Warlord card or any of the Imagineer cards. So if you don't want to turn your head with the Warlord card, you can just look at Hobart's, and it's in the lower right corner. You can burn it all the ways you can burn fuel.
Burn fuel. Okay, to do one countermeasure, overpower, or recharge. Oh no, I didn't know that.
Okay, so
I didn't
that
see
may have
that.
helped too.
I would have recharged my leg. Yeah, I would have burned I would burn the fuel. Well, also, I'm noticing the fact that the Warlord, his level up action is to
It'll
convert
give you a lot more fuel.
or fuel, right? But obviously, the Warlord has to hide through one city choice.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't see that. If I had burned that, I would have recharged my limb, and then I would have had at least another. Well, it's the same thing as it's mitigating with fuel. So
yeah, but then you would have had for next time as opposed to keeping having to burn the fuels.
Well, not that fact. I wanted to have the higher. I had the higher speed. I could have been first tacking, or yeah.
Well, Warlord always goes last, so that wouldn't have helped.
Mind.
But you could have. But I think
Warlord
you could have.
goes last.
Yeah, Warlord always goes last.
Also, like I feel like I should be the one surprising you guys, not you surprising me.
Maybe.
I'm hiding in the city, and all of a sudden they go, "Oh, you!" Like, dude, I saw you coming. Okay, I don't think you found me. It's more like I let you find me.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. I do have another idea which I haven't been able to play test myself, so I didn't want to introduce it here. But all this, the idea goes something like all the cities that weren't freed, the Warlord essentially can call those junk golems to come and essentially be meat shields for a turn. So they'll just essentially absorb all the damage of a attack. It's like a free fuel.
That's actually a pretty solid idea of that would make sense.
What about this? Is maintain it as a 4-player game, but add 2 other cities and 2 other players in there?
Yep.
So that you can choose which player you want, but there's 2 other cities that could possibly be one of those warlords.
Right.
I'm not fine. So like 2 warlords?
No. 2 more cities where the person can hide. 4-player game. There's 6 cities. So if you use the wrong ones, that he can hide through one, like you don't know where it's at. You know,
here's the problem with that, guys. I love that idea, and
except you've got it locked in. So if it's the wind player, it's the wind city. So we would still know which players are there. That's
true, but the problem is I'm trying to keep this. Also, I know there's a lot of extra stuff like counters and things, but I still want this to be able to be played with a standard poker deck. If you can, I'm trying to keep to that 54 cards, and essentially each city is a king card. Each quarry is a queen card. Each juggernaut is a jack card. So I'm trying to keep it that limit. So that's another aspect that I'm not expecting you guys to be aware of that, but that is something I'd like to keep it instead of, because I feel like it'd be too easy for me to have card creep and just like, oh, I just need another card to fix this. Oh, I need another card to fix this. So trying to keep it limited, I think is
that's fair.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking if everybody picked their own city to go to, right? Then I would say, hey, I'm gonna go to purple, okay?
Yeah.
And okay, fine. So that would have at least one round I would have survived through, right? Because I wouldn't have notified myself of people, right? I would just survive that city somehow.
Well, what about this? We throw the Joker card in there as well and have a pass for the Warlord for 1 round where we have to face a mech to get out of the junkyard.
Well, the Joker cards are the Warlord card, this Warlord card, and then their Warlord card base. So, but say that again though, because maybe I could still do that with this. So
yeah, basically just a 1 round pass for the Warlord where we have to beat a mech to get out of the junkyard before we choose which cities to go to.
Oh, okay.
As a possible slowdown to prevent a first round Warlord pick.
Well, that's yeah, I get the point.
Yeah, but let me go back through. I haven't been able to ask everyone everything. Oh,
I think it's a question about rules. I think. Okay, if I had picked the win city, we had all gone to a separate city. I picked the win city, and I was Warlord.
Yeah,
I would not reveal myself, but I would still fight the golem there. Pretending, right?
Yeah, you would have exactly. But yeah, that doesn't make sense. I think you would have instead said, you know what, guys, I'm feeling pretty weak. Can I go with one of you guys? Like you would have, I would have played more that angle.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
But I need to play test that myself. But let me go to let's see, Dallas. Ken, what was your favorite moment or aspect of this?
I like the beginning part of building the mech. Trying to figure out like building your mech to see what's going to be the passing of the cards.
Mhm.
So you don't know what you're going to get, so you try to figure out. Okay, first you said the first time pass 2 cards, and you cannot pass the warlord. And I'm like, all right, well that's crap. Okay, that means my 2 8s I had to pass on, which is probably a good thing, but I'm okay. But then the next ones comes around, I go, what am I going to get, right? And slowly, I tried to make them color coded, so I had 2 3s and 2 4s, and so that worked out in that regards to bonuses. But then again, I shouldn't have made them so low. So I like the building part, the building of the mech and the initial, like, and of course you said, depending on how your creation is, it has a name for it, so that was cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's a fair point. In the 3-player game, you get to hold on to 2 cards and pass 1. 2, 3, and 1 through 3 players. It's in the 4th player where it's passing 2. So maybe it just needs to be passing 1 regardless. Because yeah, I didn't think about that. Because me having the warlord in the hand is a really recent like iteration. So I think maybe you just need to have 1. You always just pass 1 card. I just feel like the draft phase is less interesting that way if you're doing that. But okay, that's something for me to figure out. But building the Juggernaut was your favorite moment or aspect.
Yeah.
John, what was your least favorite moment or aspect?
My least favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think it was that limitation on what can be done. I mean, building the mech was fun and took up a good chunk of time. We went around doing all that. But then when it went into the actual gameplay, again, I was only had the 1 fight.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I didn't actually do anything with my mech.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Thank you. Let's see. Dallas, was there anything you couldn't do but wanted to do?
Anything I could
other than stacking all the things.
Anything that I couldn't do but I wanted to do.
Oh, that's Ken stacking all the things. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Now I am. No, it was before, but
I was sitting there watching him do it too.
Yeah, I was stacking all the stuff originally. Things I wanted to do but I couldn't do. It's kind of like I was the one that got to do the first round hits, and that was simply because I managed to draw such high numbers on all my stuff. So for me, I got to do I think everything I wanted to do.
Okay.
I think I would have enjoyed more playtime at the final stage with the final boss. Of some sort of that back forth. I love the idea of us working together to fight the final boss. It gives me that Final Fantasy vibe of, you got your whole crew with the final boss going at it for a couple rounds. But as we said, it was kind of Kenneth was kind of at a. I keep saying Kenneth. Kenneth, do you prefer Kennethan or is Kenneth okay?
Well, Ken is my avatar. Ken, you can call me Ken works. That's my name.
I don't want to offend you and have your manly beard come after me. But anyways, but no, obviously he just by nature of the fact that he's learning the game, he didn't understand what was going on. He couldn't have covertly built his stuff up. Actually, if anybody was set up to be a villain, that was probably my mech on accident. Was buffed up. But I think that somehow having more rounds, which I think that if we played a second round, we probably could have. I would have enjoyed a little bit more of doing that.
Yeah, totally. Okay, thank you. So, So playing more was what to do. Okay.
Well, it's the playing more, but interacting with people. Like, I love the idea of us strategizing. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I one shotted the first boss, I would love the idea of having John and I strategizing back and forth. Okay, we got this situation. What do you have? What do I have? Take a kneecap. I'll take a wrist. We'll have fun going at it. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the idea of, again, that social aspect in the beginning of trying to convince them not to go to your city.
Yeah. Because you want to give the warlord wants them to be in all the other cities for as long as possible, so they can build up as much as
so I think there should be a more prolonged discussion session, a more active point of where should we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Which would
let's
give
see.
it more of that RPG feel also.
Yeah. Ken, what was your goal other than trying to win? Did you have like a personal goal for yourself?
Well, as a warlord, I was thinking I wanted to take you guys out, basically. I wasn't quite sure how it was going to play out to me having my own character and the warlord. And so my goal, if I had known more, I would have built the best and most powerful mech there was to go stop and take you guys out. That was my goal. And of course, that means I would win too.
And that would mean that, yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go back to let's see. John, what was your favorite moment or aspect? And then this is the last go through of these 4 questions, guys, and we'll be done.
Right. Now again, for me, the best part was getting to build that mech up and try and see what I can make out of that. Definitely was trying to understand that matching the type and matching the numbers thing at the beginning. But yeah, I think creating the mech was really good. I think like I said, battling, I don't think I got enough attempts at that to really get a good take of what it's like.
Yeah, absolutely.
To say that was a strong thing. So
thank you. Dallas? No, wait. Ken, was there any I think I got mixed up here. Oh well. No, I'm to Dallas now. Dallas, what was your least favorite moment or aspect?
Least favorite moment or aspect for me was probably man, that's a hard question for me to ask. Hard for me to answer. Because I enjoyed most of the game. Once there was a feel for the game, I was rocking it out. I feel like, and we kind of fixed it, but it was the in between where you were facing versus the big boss, the warlord, and then John and I's characters are down at the south end trying to catch a taxi up, and so trying to figure out like, I'm glad we changed halfway through that, because that would have kind of sucked for us to sit there going, well, let's wait for Kennethan to backhand Francisco for a few rounds, and then us like, we're here to save the day, that would have sucked. If it was one of those things where we had to stay in that situation, I think there should be I don't know, there would have to be some sort of mitigation of rebuild time, helping to revive you and then get going again type of situation. So I'm glad we fixed that issue of we've got to get to wherever you're at quickly.
Right.
So because again, the longer you have don't do anything, it's like going back to a role play game, D&D style game. The worst thing is when the DM is rocking out with one particular character and it's like taking forever and the rest of your party is just, twiddling their thumbs and, drinking Mountain Dew.
Yeah, exactly.
So and having Cheetos.
Yeah. So peanuts. I like peanuts. when I do those games.
Then let's see. I think that leaves John with what was your sort of personal goal that you had during this?
To build the biggest tower possible. No, the again was I just wanted, because I wasn't sure what this game was going into it. I didn't really know. Again, it was the first time learning the rules.
Yep.
So I just wanted to build a mech that I thought was awesome that I could go do whatever with, and I definitely was able to do that. I like my Chonk, the what was it? The Sierra grade Deathhawk Chonk. Yeah, that was I think that was fun.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, my only goal was to just have fun with that. So
Awesome. All right. My only other question to you guys, and you can all sort of answer in a round. It's not complicated. Would you play this again?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to play test this. I really appreciate you journeying through Galmony. You know what? Let me. I'm sorry. One more question. One more thing. Was
Did you get something, Francisco? Something else you liked?
yeah, Geek Devotions. Geek Devotions is a podcast of devoted geeks who are letting you know that you're loved. Oh my gosh, Ken, that was perfect.
That was well done, Kenthan.
No, for this map, did it? So essentially, did it make sense that you could sort of insta move anywhere? I mean, I know when we had this element of the fight going up in the north, you guys were trapped in the bomb. I hadn't run into that before, and I like that we came up with all these little stops along the way. I didn't have a map like this before. This is my first time testing with this map, but in the idea of like, me and Ken went up to the Wind City. Did it bother you at all that we sort of just insta move there? I'd like to think that it shouldn't be a whole to do to be like, let's make sure we have enough things to move here. I don't think that should be an issue, but doesn't sound like it threw any of you for a loop. It's like, whoa, how are we moving so fast?
I think that
it didn't say.
Now that you're talking about it, it makes me go like in game, because at first I thought it was just a matter, okay, cool, we're gonna jump into the fight. And but then you brought up the whole, okay, well, here's the map, we gotta figure out how you guys are gonna get there. I'm like, I didn't think about the traveling aspect of this whole thing.
Well, this is the first time for me too, so
Yeah. I think it makes sense. You're not in combat, you can just travel at whatever speed.
yeah.
Same with fast travel in a video game.
Right. Yeah.
You can go wherever, however long it takes you in a round, but then when it gets into round by round play, it makes more sense to step by step.
Well,
Yeah.
and like one of our things you can do is go back to the junkyard, right, to repair.
Yeah.
Is that an instant, or is that you got to travel that distance over there?
That, you know what, that I was thinking that would be an instant. Also, you're essentially losing your next opportunity to take an action when you do that. You lose this action. You're taking the action to go back.
Makes
then
sense.
you lose the next action you would have a chance to. Then you would be able to take the action after that, whenever you are in the rotation with speed and all that. So, but yeah, because that'd be if we're making it something where it takes turns to get up there, it should take turns to go back. I just want to have to rewrite these cards.
That actually might be something where like escape pod, an instant out, trigger the hatch, but then you still need to travel to get your way back up to the fight.
Yeah.
Of course, there again, that would make a difference if it was in the Water City versus in the Windy City. Would make a difference on what you need to do too.
Yeah,
so.
totally.
That's also not uncommon in games where, like, if you die, you have to go back to a starting point and then you keep going forward. I forgot what game I was playing, but like, it was a side scroller dungeon crawler, and if I died, then the character literally teleported back to the front end of it, and then kept moving forward again.
Right.
So it's not an uncommon mechanic.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's that obviously I didn't like the fact that all of a
Thanks,
sudden you go
Nico.
like, oh, we're going to help you, and like, what? They're instantly here? You're serious? There should be some challenge, like, oh, we're in the wrong city, because did you guys communicate? Did you guys like by walkie-talkie? Hey, he's here. He's here. Oh.
We are siblings. We sense each other's needs. Yeah.
But we didn't.
we bonded at the beginning. Oh, your parents are gone, so are mine.
Well, we all have the same parents.
Oh,
Well, see, so
We're
it
brothers
kind of
and
makes
sisters.
But we didn't realize that one of us was a warlord child.
Okay, have you ever
you
read
kidnapped
Chronicles of
our
Narnia?
parents.
Is this a
You're-
Disney movie? Are their parents still
Look,
alive?
Hobart was
Disney.
tempted by the acolyte. He said, "Hey, your brothers and sisters don't care about you. Come and work for me, and I'll give you all the power." And Hobart was like, "Yeah, you got it, boss."
just a flesh wound.
He's like, bet, let's go.
my gosh.
Interesting. I mean, I think that it has to be some challenge to travel from city to city if you're not there. If you find out what's in the fights where the warlord's at.
Mhm.
But the instant to the city kind of makes sense. That's of course you all are starting at the bottom. Like, okay, well we'll pull the cards, and we'll slowly work our way to the cities. It kind of makes part of the game a little bit different. Like it's like yeah, it's gonna take me a while to get up to the top city. So hope you guys if you find the boss as I'm heading up there, in the winning city, I'll come back and help you. But in the meantime, I'm gonna head over there. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, maybe. I mean, I'm sort of out of time because I have to go to another commitment. But I could do a couple ways. Part of me is thinking, well, maybe the warlord telepathically puts the junk golems that weren't used on the cities in the way, and you have to fight through those to get up
Yeah.
to wherever the fight is. So they sort of block your way, if there's any left. So these are all like things I need to test on my own. But thank you guys so much for testing this and giving me your feedback, and really appreciate all your time. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I will say one
Thanks for
last
asking.
really
Appreciate it.
quick thing.
Yeah.
You said that you wanted this to be a quick, like, 30-minute game, and that's fine. I mean, we did have a fairly quick game.
Mhm.
However, it really, really lends itself to be something much longer and much bigger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like a 2-hour game. And-
So honestly, I wouldn't want to play this game for 2 hours. So I don't think I'd
I
want to
mean-
design it like that. But
No, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I can see where, as a quick game, it's a quick game. Yeah.
mhm.
I think that still lends itself to the players over the warlord very easily.
Mhm.
I think there's also a way to make a longer version where it would make it more challenging with more fights and give you more chance to use your mech, maybe lose parts and rebuild your mech. I think there is a very good opening here to make something bigger.
Okay.
Basically,
Thank
have
you,
a hard
John.
mode.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's good. That's actually quite the compliment, because that makes it sound like, as opposed to, oh my gosh, there's so much here. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything more. I don't want more. Just cull it back to have this sense of like, ooh, I'd like to see more. And I've actually included things on this map that are just sort of empty that could be filled in later in
And
a
it's-
possible expansion
And it's
down the road. or
not
something.
even necessarily more. Like, you could put in more characters or more stuff, but it's the idea of what you have, very good mechanics, very good base,
Mhm.
and I think just the playtime and abilities themselves, the playtime and the game itself can be extended. Again, making the city fights a little bit harder, making it harder to find the warlord and giving the warlord more power.
Yeah.
The fuel options for making it easier for the warlord to push and harder for the players to fight. There's a way to definitely up the challenge and up the play time with the mechanics as they are.
Yeah.
It's a very good, very solid mechanics, core set, and everything. The gameplay
thank
for
you
it, I
so
think, is
much.
very, very good.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. I wish we had
I
time to
agree.
play another game because I think it would be nice to try even implement some of these things that we've talked about. Yeah, I'll let you guys know if when I try to do at least one play test a week. And having Tabletopia makes it a lot easier for me to play test with people online instead of just in
Right.
person.
Right.
So I'll let you guys know again. And anyone watching, I'll shield one more time, Dallas, if you don't mind. Are we
Good.
still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay. If you want to stay in the know about this game, please go to junkyardjuggernauts.com and sign up for our newsletter, and then you'll be in the know whenever for updates about how the game's progressing, and also when we hopefully kickstart this next year. And thank you all for watching. And your comments, like Neko, thank you for adding your comments too. But I'm going to peace out. Thank you so much, Dallas. Thank you so much, Devoted Geeks. Thank you so much, Ken and John and Dallas, for playing this.
Word, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us, bro.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Kenneth, how can people find you, brother?
I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/Kennethan. I'm also at Kennethan Live on Twitter. So I play games and other things, including a show I do with some friends of mine for some gaming shows stuff. So what's today? Today is Monday. Oh yeah,
Monday,
tomorrow I'll do
yes.
some Train Tuesday. There's a train in Fortnite, so I'm going to play some Fortnite.
Oh, is there? Oh, wow.
Train Tuesdays? Yeah.
Very cool, man. And John, how can people find you, my dude?
You can find Random Encounters, all one word, on Twitch. All of our socials are there. We've got YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. But yeah, find us at Random Encounters on Twitch.
Very cool. All right.
Awesome.
Well, guys, I'm going to call it a night for the stream. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Francisco, thanks for letting us have the opportunity, man, to play test the game.
Yeah, of
And,
course. Thank
man,
you guys.
Excited to see where it
Helped a
goes
lot.
on from there.
Me
So,
too.
Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay devoted. Peace.